Okay, with all that said and done, we should be live. Hello, once again. I am Shaden. I'm playing through Final Fantasy. With me again, I have my friend Marshall.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes. And later on, another friend of mine, Redford Games. He's done some streaming in the past. You can catch him over on his channel. He says he'll be joining us, but no hard confirmation on that. At present, he's playing Black Desert with a friend, as I understand it. Now let's see. Last time we left off, we started the game, fought Garland, and went to Matoya Cave, and now we're about to head to the Marsh Cave. I don't know if we've spoken to the Elven Prince yet. I think we have, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. Since last time, I have done a bit of grinding. And also, bought some new equipment with the money I earned, and new magic.
Noise, very nice.
Yeah.
You're probably set for like most of the game at this point. Level-wise. If those were levels I saw before.
Yeah. You can never be too safe, in my opinion. Though, if I recall my information correctly, in the original version of this game, the level cap was actually 50. Yeah, and
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and I'm about level 30 right now, so, you know, any more grinding will just to be make things easier, which, you know, might happen. After all, this is Casual Pleb Productions.
I heard they make fantastic B-movies. They're very low budget, but they're very good. Check them out.
Yes. I'm just going to adjust the volume mixer here. Okay. Now, we're heading to Marsh Cave, which, while I was grinding, I made sure to find that ahead of time, just so that I wouldn't spend half an hour looking for it this time. Anyhow, a lot of the weaker random encounters now get one-shotted, so I think I'm set for the next boss fight, more than likely. I mean, you know, Garland was a fucking piece of cake, so... So,
because there are 4 of you.
what do I have to be worried about, you know? It'll be fine. The game's not gonna throw a difficult curve. The game's not gonna throw a difficulty curve at me. I mean, when has an NES game ever done that?
When has an NES game ever had scaling difficulty, where if you overgrind, you actually make the game harder for you? That's never happened before, not at all.
No, not once.
Nope, not at all.
I suppose, I probably should have done this time, you know how things slip your mind in the Christmas season. I guess, in future I could probably look up a few talking points relating to this game's history, and, you know, like, write them out in a little notepad. Of course there's the stuff that most folks, I reckon, know, like, oh, this was going to be... I forget if it was Squaresoft specifically, or I don't even know if they had the Square at that point. But if it was Squaresoft specifically, or if it was just the guy working on the game. But if this game failed, they were done.
Oh yeah, they were in a really rough patch at that point in their career.
And that's how... They got their inspiration, the inspiration for the name. And one other thing I do know is that very inspired by D&D, you know?
Oh yeah, it was.
Which, you know, I is not something I might have expected from a Japanese man in, what, like, 98? But I guess D&D, there were D&D fans over in the land of the rising sun as well. Japan's the land of the rising sun, right? Or is that China?
No, that's Japan.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why their flag is white with a red dot on it, because that's supposed to be the rising sun.
Right, I might be getting flags mixed up then.
China's is red, I think, with the yellow stars, or whatever it is. Yeah, Japan's is white with the red dot in the middle. Big red circle.
But yeah.
Pardon me if I'm a little bit quieter this session. I am working on something in the background, so it doesn't require maximum attention. I'm just getting it done because I've been lazy.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be a more quiet, relaxed stream anyway, because you know, for a lot of folks, it's Boxing Day. A lot of folks are probably either have a massive hangover, or are spending time with their loved ones, or getting sloshed. Absolutely fucking sloshed, because humans just love excuses to drink alcohol, I suppose.
Oh man, or you could be like me and literally doing nothing and be bored. Because you spent all day with your family yesterday.
Well, you know,
I was supposed to see a movie today, but it didn't happen. Because all the tickets were sold out.
Oh, you know, I could be spending this time fapping, but, like, I did say I was gonna have a stream today, and, you know, I'm a man of my word.
Well, Shay, you don't need to necessarily stop streaming. They'll never know. This is 18 plus, right?
I haven't restricted it to 18 plus.
Okay,
which means,
just
as I understand it, just means, oh, you have to confirm you're 18 before you watch it. You know, that little thing that you almost never see on a YouTube video when you're about to play it.
Yeah, it never shows up ever. Because
Yeah.
I think, like, you don't get money ever from those, so, because nobody wants to watch them.
Yes.
Oh, my ears.
But I do very much have this marked as not for children, because I am Irish, and I swear like a sailor, and on top of that, I have a filthy fucking mind.
Good. Just kidding, I'm kidding.
I hear that...
Sounds like plot's happening? Oh no, it's just the awesome music of the dungeon.
Yeah. I hear that in America, cunt is like a really bad word.
Oh yeah, it's one that's not allowed in my mom's house. We're not allowed to ever say it. It's the one swear word that she never lets us say.
Oh, okay.
She's like, you can say fuck, damn, cocksucker, motherfucker. You can say all that, just not at us, or really what I don't want to hear when I'm in the room. But just don't ever say the C word.
Yeah. I wonder why that one specifically is so bad in America.
Don't know. I think it's got a lot more of like it sounds a lot more derogatory, at least to America, than like pussy or something like that. For some reason it comes across as harsher, I guess, than the rest. Like it's harsh or something, bitch, or something like that.
Well, it does have that hard C.
I think the cut does it. What'd you get? Was it in the box?
I don't like the fact that that chest was already empty. Why would you do that to me?
Oh. What's in the box? Nothing.
It's not even I open it and it's empty. It's just it's already open.
Okay.
Do I have...
Oh, and this isn't related to the stream, but Shay, I had a good time yesterday. My only concern is something that I realized afterwards, that perhaps the character I was playing was a little too so loud and eccentric that he overshadowed other characters. That's my only concern, really.
Well, I know that me and Evan had a lengthy chat with Redford afterwards, because we did have a few concerns about how things went.
Oh yeah, I gave him some of my gripes earlier today. Like literally a little bit before this, I was griping at him about some of the things I had a problem with. I pointed out like, sorry if I'm interrupting you, by the way. I pointed out that I don't like the fact that he made a boss that we couldn't beat.
Yes.
He told me that it wasn't supposed to be that way, but he saw it. He saw it before the session, afterwards, but he just chose not to fix it. I'm like, that's a big problem. If you know it's a problem and it wasn't supposed to be this way, you should fix it before the session, especially since you had the time.
Yeah.
Part of also what I think was a problem was some of the puzzles. I gave him some tips on that. I told him some things about maybe being a little, like, letting some players do a little more things that they really want to do. I tried to give him the tip of, like, when I railroad people, and usually I'm railroading them, but I'll let them do what they want to while I'm railroading them within reason. Because he really did take away, like, all our control there.
Yeah.
But overall, I had a good time. I think I liked the interactions. I liked the session for the most part. Pandra definitely let me have a lot more fun than I usually have. So, that was good. Redford told me that apparently Pandra was a fan favorite or something. So.
Evan certainly liked him. I'm somewhat indifferent, but you know, it takes a lot to swing me. It takes certain things to swing me a great deal in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
Usually my opinions tend to be rather minor.
They do. It's a little frustrating at times, but what can you do? Oh yeah, did you open your Steam lately?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if you'd seen it yet. I probably would have gotten you something else on your list, but I didn't have the money, so.
I could have sworn there was another room with like a rope ladder in it, but I guess, well, a rope in it, but I guess not.
Yeah, I found the way that Redford did the point system very, very interesting. Basically, I think he said you have like what was it, a 5 to begin with or something, and the rest you could just buy with.
Oh, well, that's the default way of doing it that's in the book.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Huh.
it's called Ground Zero. Basically, the concept is you just have to keep the total. You add up your point total of ranks in abilities and weaknesses, and so long as it's within 5, it's valid.
Okay, interesting.
So you could have -5 or 5. And the distance away from 0 you can get can also be adjusted on a per campaign basis, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
Interesting. Yeah, it allowed me to make a very, very mid-max character, so. Granted, there was like one thing in very much particular that if he encountered it, he's gonna have a bad time.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised that like nobody encountered that. Like we didn't encounter that at all.
Was it a skeleton?
Nah, it wasn't a skeleton in particular, but it was Luthes basically.
Because I know a lot of, skeletons are known for giving out bad times, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, they have been. I know that skeleton gives me in particular a bad time.
Let's see. I did allow myself to splurge on games a little bit due to the fact that it was Christmas and, Christmas sales. So I did get... what did I get? I got Revengeance because I remember renting it back when Love Film was a thing.
Oh, you got Revengeance? Nice.
Yeah. Did you guys have Love Film in America?
Love Film? What is that?
It was basically like a games a movie rental service that also did games. And basically...
Oh, so it's like Blockbuster.
Yeah, you would go onto their website, pick a game, and they would mail it to you, and you'd have to mail it back after the rental period.
Oh, okay. No, it's more like Gameplay.
Yeah. That died, as you might imagine, a while ago. But back when it was,
I don't hear anybody bring up Gameplay either.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean like it actually went out of business. They don't do it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Love Film
rental
itself might still be around, but they definitely don't do rentals anymore.
Yeah, most places that I've heard of that rent out things don't do so anymore, especially that type of media. It's unfortunate.
But yeah, back when they were alive and kicking, I rented Revengeance, loved it, didn't get to unlock all the stuff I wanted to, and I was like, well, I'm planning on getting a computer in the near future, and it's on PC, so why would I waste money and get it on a console that's going to be defunct in a few years, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be able to play that again, unlock all the shit. I got...
Have you ever played Revengeance before?
Yes, I just got through telling you the story about how I rented it, Marshall.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you'd beaten it or not. Okay, my bad. Sorry about that. Again, my attention's a little bit split.
I also got RE2 Remake.
Okay. I've heard that's really, really good. I haven't played it myself.
I will, of course, be modding it in a few particular ways.
X gonna give it to you, what? Please, I want that one.
Well, that too. But, there's the classic sort of mod that most games with a modding scene get eventually. That I do enjoy partaking in. And, the RE2 modding community, they're equal opportunity. Leon has nude mods as well. It's not just Claire.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Nude mods, got it.
Yes. Though I didn't actually look at the mod pages for those. I wonder if they added, jiggle physics for Leon, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's entirely possible. I've been having a little issue getting any of those mods working, but yeah. One of the other mods I did download for it was Leon is replaced by Jotaro and Mr. X is replaced by Dio.
I think I saw you post a picture about that.
I did.
I was like, is that a real thing?
Yeah. based on the screenshots, I'm amazed at how well those models blend into that scenery.
They're usually so bright colored.
Yeah.
Dandy crown. Is that gear that you can wear? I think it is.
No, I think it's the thing that elf guy wanted me to get. Let me check.
Maybe.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it is.
I'm
Well,
surprised.
I'm thinking of a different Final Fantasy game where there's a crown item. So that's like an accessory.
I'm surprised I didn't have to fight a boss for it.
Yeah, there's some goodies in here. Right, the Mystic Key. Forget where you get that in this game.
Oh, you get it from the Elf King, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Which probably means I'm about to get it when I give this crown back. If I'm correct. Let's see. I also got, because I played it on console a little bit, and I figured, you know what, I might as well just get it on PC because I'll be playing games on PC more often. I got For Honor Complete Edition, since it was on sale. I've been playing that a little today.
Yeah, I think I saw you on that. It said that you were on that on Discord earlier. I was like, oh, I didn't know you played that. Interesting.
Yeah, multiplayer games aren't usually my thing, but hey, that one's actually kind of fun. I like the way it plays. I like the theme of it. I was about to say aesthetic, but that's not wholly accurate. Also, since I got the complete edition, that means I got Marching Fire, which comes with an arcade mode, which is player versus AI, which means I don't have to interact with people unless I want to anymore.
Yeah.
Which is great. Because, you know, fuck people.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, which I suppose it does raise a question of, I'll naturally discuss this a little more in detail when I get there. But I'm going through pretty much all the numbered titles here, and I don't know if you're aware, Marshall, but 11 and 14 are MMOs.
Oh, yeah, right. I've heard about those. I thought it was 12 and 13 and 14.
No, 12 is the one with the guy, the Bond, the shirtless idiot.
Oh, okay.
11, the one just before that, that was the MMO. It was on the PS2 too, which is kind of impressive.
I've heard 11 and 14 are actually really good MMOs.
Yeah. Which is, again, why I say, oh, it was on the PS2, that's impressive, because, you know, PS2, it had online, but it was a really underutilized feature.
Most of the time you had to, like, physically plug it in to your internet with, like, a LAN cable, so...
But, you know...
Most people didn't want to even do that, most people didn't even think to do that. They didn't really... I don't think most people knew that the PS2 had that feature. It's like most people don't know, oh wait, the GameCube had online too? I'm like, yeah,
another feature that not a lot of people know about the PS2 because developers didn't really utilize it was the PS2 had full HDR compatibility, HD resolution. It was completely capable of HD. Like, I think even 1080p. And there was like a total of what, like, I think it was something like 3 to 5 games that actually utilize that. And this is even the better part. One of those games was a Jackass game.
Okay then.
Um, I've never watched Jackass, but you know what? Somehow, the fact that one of the few games that use the PS2's full resolution is a Jackass game, it just feels appropriate somehow, you know? Let's see. Yeah, no. I know one of the Ratchet and Clank games had an online multiplayer mode on PS2.
I wonder how many people used the PS2 as a DVD player and didn't actually have a DVD player growing up. Because I know for a fact that my family used the PS2 as a DVD player for years before we ever got a DVD player.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a VHS player, but we never had an actual real DVD player, so the PS2 was our DVD player.
Oh yeah, that was actually one of the things that drew a lot of people to the PS2 was that, wait, it can play my Harry Potter as well.
Pretty much.
I don't know if it got anyone who wasn't intending to buy a console to buy it, but I'm sure there's like a good chunk of people who are like, oh, well, fuck it, GameCube can't play DVDs. And as I understand it, to this day still, the PlayStation 2 is the world's best-selling console.
I think so, yeah, unless something else topped it, but I can't remember.
And impressively, I think the PS1 is like right behind it in second place.
Oh, the PlayStation 1 was a fantastic console.
Third place, I forget what it is, but I think it's one of Nintendo's consoles.
Yeah, I think Nintendo has a handheld that sold really well.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo, like, they love their handhelds, they know how to sell them, and they know what to do with them, and what sorts of games to put on them.
Yeah. Let's see.
They've definitely owned that market for a long time.
What else? Oh, yes. I got Dead or Alive 6 Deluxe because I figured, yeah, it's a fun game. I can probably mod it. You know, if I'm going to get that game, I should probably get it on sale because I looked at the DLC page, but you know, Steam when you do the Show Me More for DLC, at the very bottom it shows you what the total cost of all DLC is. You want to know how much it costs to get all of the DLC for Dead or Alive 6?
I really don't. It sounds like it's gonna be bad.
£1,116.
I don't even want to try even making that into dollars. No, thank you. Fuck that shit. That's some bullshit. DLC, that's like, how many games is that?
Yeah. They also have free season passes that are each roughly priced around £65.
That's actually disgusting, though.
Oh well, you know, you want
Sleepy little town.
you want your cute girls in the sexy costumes.
Just buy the base game and mod them naked. It's better.
Well, you know, some people actually, you know, they want skimpy lingerie instead of just flat-out nudity. I mean, I don't understand those people.
Why do you want more grunt work?
I don't understand those people, but they exist.
I mean, I know there's the occasional time when, like, lingerie can be sexier than the sheer naked form, but it has to be the exact right kind.
It's gotta be on the right woman, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, that's true. That too.
What the fuck was I supposed to do with this crown again?
Probably give it to somebody. I don't know. Been a little bit.
There must be some medicine that can... Oh, was I meant to bring it back to Matoya? Maybe. I'll head back there, and if that doesn't work, I'll get the walkthrough up. Oh, Jesus, she's all the way over fucking there. Fucking... Yeah, and then there's the one you got me, Disgaea.
Yeah, it's the first game, I believe, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
Speaking of games that we got for Christmas, though, I actually got 2 games I'm really excited to play soon, actually, for Christmas. Where are they at? Sorry. Yeah, I got some vitamins, because my mom's like, you're vitamin deficient. I'm like, yes, I am. Because I can't afford actual food. I can't afford vegetables. What are you talking about? That's expensive. Do you know how much an onion costs? Like $5. I don't have that kind of money. But, she got me vitamins. My brother and his fiance got me some beef jerky. My sister got me some chocolate-covered pretzels. My mom also got me some flavored popcorn in bags and all that.
Wait, hold on.
Yo.
Did you say pot flavored popcorn?
No, flavored popcorn.
Right, okay.
No, not pot flavored popcorn, no.
No, okay.
That's like something that probably one of my friends would try to make and would probably taste terrible. But, yeah, I got Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the remake, for the Switch. And also Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, my mom was like, do you want any games for Christmas? I want to get you a game. She said a game that you'll like. And I was like, here's 2, I guess, that I really want, but I can't afford. I probably can't buy myself. And I can't rationalize paying $60 for, Legend of Zelda remake, just saying. So, she was like, okay. And I thought she was going to get me one or the other, but she got me both. And it was a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I get anything else? I think that's all the stuff that actually matters. Alright, my grandfather got me a tool set. Actually pretty good. Really good tools, too, so... It's not useful at the moment, but when I move out it'll be useful, so...
In terms of presents I got, there was I got a smart TV. Which is great because I've been wanting one of those for a while, so that I can stream games from my computer to the TV next to my bed, so that I have even less reason to get out of bed.
Wait, what's right next to your bed now?
My TV. I used to have a couch in here too, but I had to move it out to make room for the computer desk. I didn't even sit on it.
How big is your room?
Let's see.
It sounds bigger than mine, because I have room for a bed, a nightstand, 2 bookcases, and my desk with my computer. That's how much room I have.
Okay.
And my dresser, but...
Let me name all the things that I have here at present. I have an AC, not a wall-mounted one of those big blocky ones. A desk with my TV on it, which is literally right up next to the bed. A little, well, I want to call it a bookcase, but it's more like a DVD case because it's not that wide. A double bed, which I have all to myself. a fan, a nightstand, and I'm sitting at my computer desk, which runs along 2 walls because it's got sort of an L shape to it.
Okay.
Which is, yeah. Which I used to have the couch, 3-person couch, 3-seater couch sitting up against one of these walls, so I had to move it out to make room. I never actually even sat on that couch, I just kept shit on it. Yeah.
Oh no. Another Discord server I'm in, this dude is drawing Pokemon from memory style. And he drew Squirtle, and for some reason Squirtle has 6 eyes.
Oh, please.
Like, why?
I will accept it if the eyes are on its shell.
No. Not even close.
Lame then.
I'm gonna put it on the anime video games.
Slime then. Oh.
He did draw Rowlet. I like how Rowlet looks.
I see he has a very refined art style, your friend.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. Very original. Very good. He also drew Dunsparce, and the Dunsparce has seen some shit, man. Strangely enough, the Trapinch looks exactly like Trapinch. It doesn't even look wrong. Just already, it looks perfect. He actually got that one right.
Let's see, okay. Let me get the walkthrough up. Let's see. Just. In Elfheim, someone mentioned a spooky castle that he discovered in the northwest. A visit to the western keep isn't required, but it will shed some light on the situation. Now, some enemies to build levels anyway. Appears abandoned except for the king. He claims Astos deceived him and will ask you to go to March Cave to... okay, so I need to go to Western Keep first. I don't think that's on my map, is it? No, I'll have to go find it. But, you know, it's just called Western Keep. How hard can it be to find? Yeah. So I got a smart TV. So, you know, all I need is a fridge and a toilet, and I'll never have to leave my room again.
Except when your fridge runs out.
Well, Amazon is starting, trying to get into the whole drone delivery business.
I don't want Amazon going, like, having drones fly by my house.
Have you seen the videos of, like, people shooting those drones down with guns and stealing the packages?
What?
Yeah.
No, I actually haven't.
It's a thing. It happens.
That's weird.
But, let's see. My dad, he also got me a little pocket watch. A golden pocket watch with the engraving, "To my son, and never forget that I love you forever." Which is lovely, and I love it.
That's actually really sweet.
I mean, I always wear hoodies and a t-shirt, so I don't really have a good pocket to keep it in. But, you know, It's a nice accessory, and I will treasure it.
Yeah, you said it was a pocket watch, though? It's actually really dope.
Yeah, pocket watch.
That's really dope, actually.
Let's see. It even has a 12-hour clock in actual numbers underneath the Roman numerals. But, you know, I won't be using it to tell the time because I have my phone, and me figuring out what the time is on an analog clock takes too long. But I do like it as an accessory. And you know, if I ever decide to become a hypnotist and take over the world, that'll be my go-to, you know?
That could be interesting at some point, maybe.
But yes, going way back to before the present talk, yeah, I heard 11 was pretty good, and Square have, at least when it comes to the numbered titles, released all the Final Fantasy games on Steam, with the exceptions of 1 and 2 for some reason.
I was looking at them on Steam, and I remembered there were quite a few of them on Steam that were not good versions, and I couldn't remember which ones they were, so I didn't know which one to buy, so I didn't buy any of them.
Well, for some of them, they used... most of the earlier ones for Steam, they just used earlier remakes and ported them to PC. For example, I think the version of Free on Steam is just a port of the PSP remake. For 5 and 6, I think they used the phone versions.
Oh right, that's why like the front image on the phone on 5 looks so weird. I'm like, why does it look like that?
Yeah.
Wrong?
You can change the aesthetics and the menu stuff with mods. Personally, when it comes to the sprites themselves, I don't mind the way they look on Steam. But when it comes to other stuff, when I get around to it, I probably will change a few things with mods. But I do know that they do have 11 on Steam. Final Fantasy 11, so I don't know, maybe they have PC servers, maybe I'll have to set up a private one. I don't know how that's gonna work. It'll probably be a very long playthrough of that, given the nature of MMO, so it'd probably be best to, you know, make that its own slot and do it on a separate day. I don't know. Actually, since it's an old game, would they still be doing a monthly subscription for it, do you think? Or...
the Final Fantasy MMO?
11, yeah.
Maybe, if the servers are still up.
Well, they have it on Steam, and it was a PS2 game, so they have some... Otherwise, yeah, well, regardless, I'll get to that when I get to that, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to rope you or Evan into buying it, and we can party together.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I prefer playing MMOs with people that I can voice chat and do things with. Because I get almost nothing out of MMOs anymore if I don't have actual friends to play with.
Yeah. You fools fell right into my trap. I am Astos, king of the Dark Elves.
Though that's just racist. Whoa, dude, not cool, man, not cool. Don't you make a black hole in here? Don't you know this is a no black zones, no black hole area?
With the combined power of the crown, you now hold the crystal eye I possess. I already possess. I will become the true Elf King. It is useless to resist me. I can take what is mine by sheer force. Oh, okay, that's why there was no boss fight for the crown. Oh, dude, you fucking ugly. Alright, let's open with hasting the party. Wait, hold up. Is haste a black magic spell? Oh, okay. Did I get it for my black mage? No, I only give it to the reg mage. Okay. Oh fuck, you can cast death, boys.
You can cast death?
Yep.
Oh, instant death spells are never fun.
Okay. Let's see. Silence him if the game will let me. Actually, did the old NES RPGs have bosses that were immune to status effects? I don't think they did it as much as more modern ones do.
No. I believe that was one of the few abusable things back in the older ones, is you could debuff them to hell and back, and they were gonna do the same to you. So.
Oh fuck, he has slow rough. Come on, seriously? I can't tell if I'm still hitting or not. Fuck off, it missed. This one's fucking third time. Okay, so it says a miss, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's just immune. And that'll just never hit. So...
Nice.
Well, he did. He didn't even get a death speech. I mean, yeah, you know, being a boss that doesn't have a death speech, that's not too insulting in of itself, but when you get to talk, get a cutscene to open your fight, but don't get one to close it, now that's insulting.
Oh yeah, it's disrespect for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the only thing in here is like that one room with the mystic key lock. Okay. You know, I do have an understanding that 14 has added various things that have happened in other games in the series. For example, I remember hearing a while back that there were various rumors.
Get out of here, dog! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Sorry, continue.
That there were various rumors at different points in time that A, they were going to add a Blitzball minigame, and B, that they were going to add a mount that was just the car from 15.
No! I hate that car.
Why? It's a good car.
It shouldn't be in the game. I shouldn't have had to push you for 3 minutes. I'll never forgive that car for that. Never!
You're just pissed that gas prices are going up.
I don't have a car, so actually no, I'm not. Not yet, anyways. I will be in a bit.
You know, they actually
year.
put that car in a Force game.
Ugh. For some reason, when I later booted up the game again, like months after playing it,
yeah,
my car just had giant monster truck wheels, and I couldn't figure out how to make it look sexy again.
Oh, yeah, no, that's because of an update. You can now change it into an off-road vehicle so that you don't have to stick strictly to the roads anymore. If you want to change it back, you just go back and talk to Sydney.
Okay, because I always drove the car off-road anyways, but just never up on boulders or anything. Now I drive it on boulders all the time.
Yeah.
I think one time, I can't remember if I think one time I accidentally went too far with the car on a boulder and like it tumbled and it got totaled. And I had to call the tow people.
Yes.
Or something.
And if you want some strictly gameplay related post-game spoilers, I don't hear you stopping me, so I'll continue.
Go ahead, since it's strictly gameplay related, doesn't affect the plot.
You will also get the ability to turn your car into an airship. And I don't.
Why is the car so important?
And I don't just mean you turn the car into an airship. You turn the car into a car that can transform into a flying car at command.
Damn it. It's so dumb. Why is it like a secret spy car from James Bond?
But unlike No Man's Sky, you can also crash it and die instantly. No, like, literally, if you crash that car while you're flying, you die instantly. It's just a game over.
Yeesh.
Granted,
right back.
I don't think that's it. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
I'll finish that conversation when it gets back. Let me just send a message to Shadow 1. Where the fuck am I even going? Oh, that's... Wait, I wanted to go... Yeah, to Montoya's. Let's see. Do I want to start going into a tangent while he's away? Because I'm gonna resume that conversation when he gets back. Or am I? Because I kind of forgot what we were talking about. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, boy. Don't type fuck to your friend on Discord. That's the thing about talking and typing. It always ends in you typing something you said instead of something you wanted to type. Which is kind of annoying. But, you know, if you just focus, really, it's possible to do it correctly.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Also, I just realized somehow I'm still wearing my stupid shoes. I've been wearing these way too long. Now take them off. Why am I still wearing these?
But, you know, having the crashing being an instant game over, isn't that a severe penalty given how frequent autosaves are in that game? But, you know, it can still be a little frustrating. And I will...
remember the one thing that I did in that game that for some reason I actually enjoyed doing more than I expected to was, I think it's using Prompto's camera to take pictures of the group.
And do you
it's
mean...
like, it has no purpose, but I like it.
And do you mean the pictures he takes automatically himself, or the literal skill where you spend your ATV gauge to make him just take pictures in the middle of the fight?
I actually haven't played him, so I haven't done that before, but I'm tempted to. But, like, I haven't put any points into that, because I'm like, does it affect me at all? Wait, it only takes, he only literally stops.
All it does is, yes, all it does
So
is
dumb,
he
I don't
stops
want
to
this.
take pictures.
I don't want him basically being a debilitating member of the party and be like, oh, cool, Gladio.
Well, you choose which of the ally skills you use, but they can only have one equipped at a time. And I don't think it gives you...
It just looks crazy.
It doesn't give you any buffs or anything, I think. It's literally just...
I wish it would
Prompto!
give, like,
Get this on camera!
I wish it would give a buff or something to the party, or a debuff to the monster, because Flash or something, you know? I don't know, maybe something, I don't know, I wish it did something.
Yeah.
Because then I would actually use it all the time. I'd be like, Prompto, get this on camera! Prompto, take a picture! While we're fighting. I'd use it all the time if it did like a debuff type thing. Like, oh, it lowers their defense because reason. Or something.
It gives you a buff because it heightens your morale. Because you feel awesome that this was such a photo-worthy moment that it raises your attack. I don't fucking know.
It boosts your damage for like the next 3 hit attacks because you're trying to make them look as photogenic and amazing and OP as possible.
Oh, what's this? My crystal eye. Give it here. Don't worry. I have something to give you in exchange. Take this potion. It's the most amazing potion in my entire collection. Alright, now to go take this to the dying elf prince and drink it right in front of him. Oh, there was a broom in my way. Okay.
I shall be your new prince. Oh. I heard him. Hey!
Oh, there he is! There's Redford.
This isn't...
Let's give him the grand entrance he deserved. Hi everybody, this is Redford Games, he's a loser.
oh, thank goodness. Whew, for a second I thought you were going to give me high praise. I do not deserve
It's the one, the only, the degenerate Redford!
Let's see if that's better.
Let's see. Oh, let me just adjust some audio volumes here. Okay.
I apologize if I was like shouting during the session, by the way. Like, you can't play Panda quiet.
Oh, good times.
So how
This looks good.
how was your session of Black Desert, Redford?
I couldn't stay in bed any longer, like I was telling Marshall earlier, so I crawled to my very comfortable seat and said, I'm just gonna do it, and it was okay, and then I was like, I want to see some Final Fantasy. That sounds entertaining.
So you were playing Black Desert in bed?
No, there's no way. I had to crawl to my living room to get there.
Alright.
See, his living room is very sandy. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
You know, for a second there, Red, I was worried you were gonna say you were playing Black Desert Mobile.
Oh. I mean, I do have it, but it's not as good as the computer version.
What doesn't Redford do? I don't think this man has a life. I mean, he is a college student.
Well, I'm on my week and a half break, kinda, so I definitely don't have a life right now.
Yeah. Speaking of Redford, did you get anything fun for Christmas?
Oh yeah, I've been. Wait, didn't I already tell you?
Shh, we're on stream.
Oh
Shh,
right.
Don't break the immersion, dang it.
I keep forgetting we're on stream.
Stick to the script.
See. So wait, are we streaming to Twitch?
YouTube.
Oh, thank goodness. Wait, YouTube? Are there people listening? Oh gosh, I gotta sound perfect. Hello, I'm pretty.
No, he's really degenerate. Don't believe him. He's a liar.
I'm actually identify as Apache TAC helicopter, so I'm definitely pretty.
Yes.
He's painted all white.
You know, you just gave me flashbacks to... Marshall, you played Undertale a while back, right?
Yeah.
You remember that one
I don't think I beat it, but I got pretty far yet.
You remember that one enemy that's literally right now? Reconnected successfully. So the stream should be reinitializing in just a moment.
Cool.
Yes.
And is it bad that we were being degenerates while you were gone?
Wasn't that bad. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm a degenerate
We're talking
myself,
about Undertale.
so...
Okay. We're talking about Undertale. It's like the most popular thing on YouTube.
Yes. But
It's sure to get you views.
speaking of which, do you actually remember that enemy, Marshall? Since I'm the one...
Tsundere plane?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Oh.
Like I told Redford, I prefer the dog that I pet his head and it keeps going on forever.
Yes.
And I prefer the depressed ghost guy who, like, the more you cheer him up, the less depressed he gets until he gets his life back together.
Yeah, Snapstablook, his name is.
Wow, you remember that?
I don't.
I remember most of the main characters, the ones that have boss fights, to be more... I remember most of the boss characters, there we go. Such as, Doggo. I'm pretty sure his name was literally just Doggo.
Yeah, it was Doggo.
Yeah.
I remember, the boss fight of the small, itty bitty, cute, happy dog in the humongous armor. That was like the first time I actually died in the game.
Yes.
Because I couldn't figure out how to get him to stop beating me up. He's like, no, your attack, I can't figure out the pattern. Ouch.
Yes.
Dude, PETA would be all over your case right now. You just killed the wolf. And you didn't even grab its meat.
Oh, it's fine.
Actually, I'm pretty sure they'd be pissed about it,
Peter
too.
will just make a video game about me, a shitty web browser game, you know, and nobody will play it, except YouTubers who want to shit talk it.
They're gonna make a really, really, really edgy, over-the-top Pokemon ROM hack about beating up and destroying wolves that you do in your spare time, Shay.
Let's see. Hey, Redford, why don't you voice this healer?
I would love to... Wait, is this a girl or a boy? Or is it non-gender?
I can't tell
It's
based
a
on the
healer.
sprite.
Redford,
Okay.
it's a healer.
Okay, it's a girl.
Exactly, it's a healer.
This Jolt tonic may be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I'll try it at once. Do you think that's too happy?
You do you, Redford.
Your Highness,
is
Your
so-
Highness!
This is so degenerate right now. What I'm looking at while he's saying that is like, no.
I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall follow the legend as it has been told to me and my forefathers. The time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owners has come at last. You obtained the mystic key.
That's not the way you said it. You obtain the Mystic Key.
Well, later.
Pea suit! Kill me.
So, I take it, Redford, that you are also a man of the tsundere persuasion?
I prefer cool dairies. I know we have had this discussion, but cool dairies are the coolest.
Right.
Right. Why do I feel like every time I'm gonna say something, the response will usually be, and I quote, either no response or uh-huh. Something of that
Mine
nature.
was oh, and then I immediately chuckled a little bit and said, honey.
Because
So I'm getting the vibe that I'm the stage relief here.
Because I'm a man that relies on sarcasm and deadpan snarker in my humor quite a bit. I don't know if you've noticed this.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
What is this humor that you speak of? Ha 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 ha.
Well, I am an
Ha
enigma.
ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah, but you asked me a
We're all
question.
big SpongeBob fans here, fam. So it was pardon all the SpongeBob references you're no doubt gonna hear.
That's true, but you did ask me a question earlier that I failed to answer because I guess the stream hasn't heard it. So you still want me to answer that, or is that a negative?
Depends. What was the question?
You said, what did you get for Christmas?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Alright, so, again, since I can't quite remember if I told you, I might as well just tell you. It's great, it was good. It was the Oculus Quest, the coolest. Okay, it's the second, okay, it's like side by side. If you're gonna get like one of the virtual reality little doodads,
It's
Quest
cheap
is
and
one of
it's
the best.
standalone. Well,
It's
cheap
it's-
in air quotes.
Yes, because we get a cheap headset. You can get one for like $100. That's like the cardboard one, and then it's stupid. But you know, we can argue for days about that. But yeah, it's cheap for headsets, and it's cordless. Who doesn't want cordless? And as you said, standalone. And I got like 5 games for it. All of them are like shooters and high mobility ones.
Yeah. But here's
those are-
the important question, Redford.
Mhm.
That will make or break this headset.
Yes, it does break. What about it?
Can you watch porn on it?
There is YouTube on it, so the answer is yes.
YouTube is not a porn site.
But you can watch 3D stripping.
Still not a porn site.
It does have a web browser, so theoretically, and no matter how janky it is, yes, you can do it. But it's not 3D.
Still.
What about connecting it to the Steam porn games that support VR?
You'll need to use the beta version of the Oculus Link, and then the answer is yes.
Okay. I don't know what that is, guys. I really don't know. I'm trying to roll around with this guy because I don't know what he's a weird millennial. I don't get him.
I'm
He's on
sorry,
my lawn and he won't leave.
I can't hear you. You keep going, sucking someone's, I think, penis or something. All I hear is.
See, he's a fucking millennial. He won't get off my goddamn lawn. He wants my dick for some reason. He won't leave me alone.
Okay,
See,
boomer.
I understand that. Okay, boomer. Oh,
Grab
jeez.
my shotgun.
Okay, boomer. Get
Oh,
I
fuck
would've
off.
died.
It's not that funny, Red.
I thought it was funny. You guys just don't
Redford's
like it.
like way more degenerate than us, Shay. You gotta remember this.
I am a degenerate through and through, and I find humor in everything. More so than anyone else. Also, I fake it every time.
See? Called it!
Because deep down inside I'm an emotional wreck, and I don't want to admit when I'm faking it because I'm a degenerate millennial, and if I admitted it, I'd have to do character growth for the first time in my life.
What is that? You'd have to actually be a person?
Okay.
But I would never say that, of course. Because that's not what a millennial would say.
Let's see. What else was I going to... yes. So you got Oculus Quest and a few games for it. What games, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, I'm pretty sure since you know the Christmas special's going on, a Vader Immortal, all 3 episodes came included with it. That was really nice. This is a really decent.
That's a Star Wars game, I take?
Yes,
Oh.
Vader entails Star Wars. Yes, that does.
Yes. Whatever games.
Robo Recall, but that's been out for a while, but it's still a classic.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of that one.
The name sounds familiar, but give me descriptions for all of these anyway.
Okay. Oh right, I forget it. We're on stream, and
Yes.
I'm not used to stream anymore. Kill me. So,
Do you feel vulnerable, Redfoot?
I feel vulnerable because my stream face isn't on. Okay, it's on.
He feels vulnerable because I was silent. He's like, I don't like being the only one talking here.
But yeah, no.
Where's my safe space?
Shut it! You're in my safe space. Anyways, besides being a degenerate right now, and playing RuneScape simultaneously to occupy myself, Robo Recall, old school, not the crappy one. I'll probably just start a flame war in the comments. Who knows?
Oh, you imply I have an audience.
I imply that your audience is larger than mine.
Let's compare subscribers.
Well,
know.
currently I
I have
have
four.
0.
Oh,
So
I better not talk then.
I have like 4.
I'm
And they're
gonna-
all you guys.
I'm not gonna say anything.
uh,
I'm just gonna talk about plot synopsis and avoid this conversation at all costs.
But
Time
yes,
to go on
Robo-
YouTube and
Ro-
check
Ro-
out Redford's channel.
Robo Recall. What sort of a game is Robo Recall?
Don't let him dodge the question, Shay.
I'm dodging it.
Dodge!
So-
Roll me a d20, Redford, please.
give me a d20. Anyways, Robo Recall, it's basically robots go rogue, you get to dismantle them by any means necessary, whether it's through guns or your bare fists.
Well, we know which option I'm choosing.
Both?
Bare fists, clearly.
Oh, did you say it was set in an office?
No, it's set in the city, so you go
Oh.
around different city blocks, rooftops, the suburbs, etc.
Okay, okay. And what, is it like a shooter?
It's definitely classified as a shooter.
Alright, any other games you got?
Well, I mean, yeah, definitely distant. So I've got the next to Robo Recall. I ended up getting. I have a hard time pronouncing it, but I think it's called Shikiro or something like that. Not Sekiro, obviously, but it's something of a similar name.
Yeah.
And it's
It
basically
has Shakira in it. It's really not good. I've heard it's terrible. It's like a Shakira It's like a Shakira Dark Souls game. I've heard
It's like
terrible.
Shaq Fu, but with Shakira.
Yeah, but it's more like Dark Souls than a beat 'em up. It's really weird.
I wish there was a game like that. I think people would actually play it.
I really hope it would.
I'm pretty sure people would play it, especially YouTubers. But yeah, I'm actually pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong because I don't speak Japanese. It may be Chinese, so that might be racist by me insinuating it's Japanese by nature. But who cares? I am racist. It's true. I'm a degenerate.
Redford has 22 subscribers, therefore he's more than all of us.
Oh, are we talking about YouTube subscribers or Twitch subscribers? Because it's a totally different story.
YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
He's streaming on YouTube.
I don't have that many subscribers. On Twitch, it's like 70. But anyways, I'm not here to wave my popularity around. I'm not popular. I'm here for Shay and his awesomeness and his epicness.
Clearly, we're piggybacking off his popularity. It's okay.
All right. So I'm actually pulling up right
See,
now.
I made him uncomfortable because I praised him.
I don't know how to respond to praise. It's called Sorrento. That's what it's called. Sorrento Untethered. It's a ninja simulator. It's also classified as shooter, but you can use melee weapons, ninja stars, rocket launchers, yada yada. So that's basically that game. The next one that's pretty easy to describe that I got for Christmas is Raccoon Lagoon. Imagine
That's a fun
you
title.
throw it. Very much so. Have you heard of it?
No. It's just a fun name.
Well, it definitely has the goon and the coon in it, if you catch my drift. But Raccoon Lagoon is basically, if you put Animal Crossing and mixed it with like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, that's Raccoon Lagoon in a nutshell. It's super good. Then you got Beat Saber.
Oh!
Most people knows what that is.
I've heard Beat Saber's really fun, but exhausting.
Yeah, especially when you get 360-degree Beat Saber, when the blocks are coming at you in all directions because you're not tethered, it gets way intense.
Sounds like good exercise.
Oh, for sure.
Have you considered doing that thing? Some YouTubers have done this. Have you considered doing Darth Maul style Beat Saber, where you just strap the two controllers together?
Considered it, yes. But do I want to do it? Not currently. I'm not even good with the regular version.
You are still but a Padawan.
Now, I do dual lightsabers on Vader Immortal. That's an entirely different story. But the next one I got was Drop Dead Dual Strike Edition.
Yeah.
It's basically an on-rail shooter, so if you're familiar with on-rails, it drags you through different shooting galleries and you shoot zombies. But you get melee weapons, so it's different.
Sounds kind of like, what was it, Cold Steel for the Wii?
Yeah, basically. If you could directly compare it to that, and that's just a perfect comparison.
Yeah.
It does kind of have a story unlike the other ones, except Vader Immortal, that story in it. Ooh, and I got Akron, Attack of the Squirrels.
Never heard of that one.
It's very unique. It's a multiplayer VR game where the person with the VR headset is a giant tree that wants to protect his nuts from the squirrels, and then all the other people that are competing against you are on their mobile phones and use their mobile phones to be squirrels to grab your nuts and bring it back to base.
Right. That's definitely an interesting concept.
I'm sorry, the way I worded it, I realized that might have just sounded weird.
Let's see. And that's it?
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, oh, wait. And then I got Thrill of the Fight, which is a boxing simulator that emulates supposedly is the best boxing simulator on the VR market right now.
Oh.
If you want to pull and strain your arms because you're trying to mimic JoJo Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusader, or Aura Rush, then this is the game to do it.
I once did an Aura Rush so hard I killed Santa.
Let's see. That's a lie. Santa kicked your ass. Let's see.
No. I killed a Santa. I didn't kill the real Santa. Well, I just assume I killed him. He did disappear Team Rocket style, so he could still be out there somewhere.
Well, remember, the whole campaign's retcon, so it's not even sure if Santa's going to make a return.
Lame. By the way, Redford, when you said it was like when you had the pirate soul in the box, I was like, is this really? Is this like a Whitebeard situation or some weird thing where like this is a ghost pirate right now with this like a husk with no spirit, but if you release the spirit, it'll go in and suddenly we save the day.
That was just me BSing at that point. I had no intention of anyone escaping that circumstance, so I tried throwing him a bone, then I realized that's a terrible bone, so I switched the bone to drinking wine.
Let's see. So Redford. How much do you know about the original Final Fantasy?
That arguably was the best Final Fantasy in the series. Starting to play more now.
I don't think that's a debate many people are actually gonna have.
I've only played the PSP one. I never even beat it, so there.
Now, if you want to really start a flame war, call Final Fantasy VII shit.
Well, it is, but that's
Final
everyone knows
Fantasy
that.
VII shit! Fight me!
I mean, I don't even think there's a debate there. It's just all the plebs think it's the best.
Yeah.
It's not the best. It's far from it. There's better Final Fantasies. It's the start of the decay.
Oof, I argue.
Yeah, I went there.
I'm just saying, 10's the best.
The hate mails and the dirty bombs and all that to the PO box of 1-800. Fuck you.
Marshall with these hot takes.
I have a lot of unpopular opinions. What are you talking about?
But yeah.
But to answer your original question, I don't actually really know anything. I just follow the hate bandwagon as much as I humanly can.
Right. Well, I suppose one thing that I can tell you about the game that will make you probably not like it is the original NES version. If you set all your characters to attack one enemy and that enemy dies before your turn ends, the characters who still have turns will just attack empty space.
Hey, fam, I gotta go though.
Oh, have fun.
Later,
I
Marshall.
probably won't be back for the rest of the stream, but it was good chilling with you. Have a good time. All y'all, check out my YouTube if you care about it. I got replays, I got other things. I'll be uploading some more stuff later in a bit. Ciao.
Oof. See ya.
Orange
Bye.
Fat Boy. It's orange and fat with PH, boy.
Yeah.
See you.
Cool. Yay. Sorry, so you literally attack nothing.
Yeah, if you have all your party members target one thing, and it dies before everyone else has used up their turns, they'll just attack empty space.
It's gay as frick, Joe.
It was the NES, my friend. They were still working everything out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that happen in this version?
No, definitely not. The PSP version, well, actually, even starting with the GBA version, they implemented quite a few quality of life improvements. They also did some retranslations because I don't know if you remember the NES, Redford, but often translations on the NES were not that great.
You know, I never played any games that required translation issues, so but I'm not surprised if that's what you're asking.
Need I remind you that all your base belong to us?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. That's a classic. I'm sure there's more than just that, though.
I mean, you could probably look that up on TV Tropes or some shit. There's probably a whole page dedicated to mistranslations.
Oh, definitely. So my question is, does this game that you're currently playing on this version suffer any mistranslations?
Not that I'm aware of. For example, I think they fixed most of them. For example, in the original game, Cornelia was called Corneria, which, you know, caused people to make a lot of Star Fox jokes.
Corneria! That's funny.
Let's see. And I don't know if you know this. I have some general knowledge of this game, despite this being a blind playthrough. I do know some random trivia about it. I just don't know all the details because I've never
holy crap!
actually.
Is this a blind playthrough?
I've never played this myself.
Really?
I've heard stuff about it, and I know one or two details of the story, but otherwise I'm going in blind.
Oh wow!
You know,
I mean, I've never played it. I'm not surprised. So maybe that's awesome though.
let's see. Despite this is also the game that started the trend, Final Fantasy's common trend of blending fantasy and sci-fi elements. despite the fact that this is, I don't know if you know this, but the original Final Fantasy is very, very, in fact, some might say plagiarizes D&D.
How do you plagiarize D&D? Is that not even humanly possible?
But despite that inspiration, this game has a few sci-fi elements in it. For example, one of the optional super bosses, which a lot of Square games have, is literally called War Mech.
War Mech. Okay.
And it's exactly what it says on the tin. It is a war machine. It is a robot with lasers just trouncing around this quaint fantasy setting,
Well, it could be worse.
And if I recall correctly, one of the late game dungeons, maybe even the final dungeon, I'm not sure, is a spaceship.
Ah!
Yes.
Oh, isn't Final Fantasy always had, technology in it? Like, Final Fantasy VII has it.
That's what I'm saying. This is the first game, and it's had that since the beginning. Obviously, later games kind of make it more prevalent. But it's always had those elements.
So you're just saying it's a little odd.
It probably would have caught people off guard back in the day, I imagine. Like, oh, you're roaming around this quaint fantasy setting with your wizard buddies and your big swords, and suddenly we're on a fucking spaceship, bros.
That's funny. Well, that's more I guess. Well, actually, perhaps I could, I'm sure you've heard of Heroes of Might and Magic before, right?
The name sounds familiar.
Really old PC-based RPG game.
Oh, one of those first-person dungeon crawlers, I imagine?
Yeah, it was one of the first that blended what you're doing right now, where it's like you each take turns, and then if you wanted to, you could do real-time combat by pressing a button, and then you just press buttons to attack instead of, doing the turn-based stuff.
Yeah.
But what made it special is they called it Doom mixed with fantasy, as you would start as, a party of adventurers like Final Fantasy, but towards the end of the game you'd fight these terrifying space demons that came from outer space, and you get laser guns and stuff like that, and then it becomes Doom.
If only you could get laser guns in this game.
Yeah, if only. I mean, it would make sense. You do fight a giant robot.
I mean, wouldn't the red mage just be 10 times sexier if he could just pull out a laser rifle?
And just bang, bang, bang. Oh, wait. It'd be cooler if the red mage could pull out 2 guns? Now that would be kind of cool, because then I'd be like, that's an a la carte look, I'm just saying.
Laser flintlocks.
Yes.
Why would you base your laser weaponry around one of the first firearms that ever existed? I don't know. But hey, it looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there were any chocobos in the original game. I think they might have added. Yeah, I think they might have added one that wanders around somewhere in the PSP remake. But chocobos at this point did not exist.
Oh wow, that's something I didn't know. I mean, I thought chocobos had been a huge thing since forever.
Yeah. I don't think they made Moogles yet either. I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, so explain. They may not have been there, but explain the decision for them to bring it. Was it merchandising? Because it was great merchandising, if so.
it probably just, oh hey, these are series staples and we're remaking this game anyway, so let's just throw one in there in some like hidden corner of the map, you know, just as a little reference of things to come. Ooh, Werebuster. That sounds like a cool weapon.
You know, it'd be funny if someone actually made a game where all the cool name stuff is crap, and then you get like thing calls dagger, and it's like 99 damage. It's just a dagger. No, make it call it flimsy dagger, and it has 99 damage.
Okay.
That would be funny.
So I know that in some of the games, right? There is this character called Gilgamesh. You might have heard of him.
Oh boy.
You can probably make a few guesses at where this is going.
Oh boy.
And he's one of the few characters where every appearance he makes, he's the same character.
He's the same character.
Yes. The Gilgamesh in 12 and 5 are the same Gilgamesh.
And is it like, because I know Gilgamesh as the Fate Stay Night Gilgamesh, is it any bit similar, or?
As I understand it, through some shenanigans, probably stuff related to the story of 5, where he makes his debut, I would imagine. I could be wrong. He gets the ability to travel dimensions. And it's basically, I kind of like to think it's soft confirmed at this point that Final Fantasy just takes place in a multiverse. Sort of like, you know, DC Comics. Where it's definitely a thing, it's just it doesn't get acknowledged frequently.
Okay.
But yeah, and I think his shtick is he likes going around different worlds and collecting legendary weapons. And one of the weapons he always likes to go after is Excalibur.
That's how, you know, it really sounds like this Gilgamesh sounds very in character for a Gilgamesh character. Goes around collecting all the good weapons, and then goes after for Excalibur at all costs. That's funny.
But every time he thinks he's found Excalibur, it turns out it's a different weapon. You want to know what that weapon's called, Redford?
Please.
Excalibur.
Excalibur?
It is a weapon that can only ever do 1 damage.
Why?
Because it's Excalibur. Beyond that, though, it looks exactly like the real Excalibur. The only difference, literally the only difference, is it only ever does 1 damage.
Oh wow! So basically, it's a
even if you crit
yourself. Even if you crit, it's a crit, not 1. That's great.
And every time he thinks he's found Excalibur, it's actually Excalibur.
So the question is, does he find out by like, now I'll fight you, person?
Yes.
Die as he attacks you and you do 1 damage. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yes. In fact, in Dissidia, the way they do special attacks in those games is you build up your special meter, which is called your EX meter, and then you can enter EX mode. And while you're in the EX mode, you have a bunch of buffs based on whatever character you're playing. Some of them even change appearance, like, you know, Terra will get her little astral appearance. I think that's what they were called in that it sits.
Nice.
Kefka will get an appearance reminiscent of his final boss form. Some of them will just switch to holding their ultimate weapons. Regardless, while you're in the X mode, if you use an HP attack, you get the option to do a little mini game to do a bunch of bonus damage. And Gilgamesh's is a bunch of swords, Excaliburs rotating around you, and you have to press the button at the right time to stop it and get Excalibur instead of one of the Excaliburs.
Oh gosh.
they have a bunch of different mini games. For example, Lagunas from 8. He's a gun-based character, so literally it's just aim and shoot. Aim and shoot. Keep the reticle on the target and mash that button. Actually, I forget if you mash it or you hold it. But regardless. Cecil's is you just mash the button to build up a meter. They're all different, and I think most of them are based off the character's original appearances to some extent. Naturally, Sephiroth's EX move is Supernova. Because of course it
right.
is. Oh, some characters even get special attacks beyond their EX move that they can use while they're in EX mode. For example, Sephiroth gets the Heartless Angel move that brings you down to 1 HP automatically.
That's ridiculous.
Well, I think in Dissidia, it just automatically Brave Breaks you. Because the way Dissidia works is you have a bravery meter, which is basically how much damage you'll do with an... Your level of bravery is how much damage you'll do with an HP attack. And when you hit someone with a brave attack, you lower their brave and raise yours. And when they're brave broken, you get a huge boost to your bravery, and they can't raise theirs for a bit.
Oof.
So, instead of just dropping you down to 1 HP, in Dissidia, his Heartless Angel just automatically brave breaks you.
That's ridiculous.
Which, you know, it's Sephiroth. He loves pulling cheesy bullshit.
So, I mean, was there, like, no way around it or anything? Or is there any way to recover from it?
Well, he could only use it while he was in EX mode, and EX mode isn't just, it'll go away when you use the EX move. No, it's a case of, it's a meter. Once you fill it up, you go in, and it'll keep draining until you're done with it. Until it's empty, and then you'll go back to regular. Yeah. Which, by the way, you want to know something I always found funny about Dissidia? The PSP games. Are you at all familiar with Final Fantasy X, by the way? Out of curiosity.
Is that the one with the romance plot?
Tidus and the Summoner, yeah.
Okay, then I am familiar with the music videos, the AMVs, but no, not really.
Well, regardless, the two representatives for 10 they picked were Tidus and his dad, Jacked. And some of Tidus's moves are based on blitzball techniques you could use in the blitzball minigame. One of those moves being the Ject shot. Ject cannot learn the Ject shot for some reason, but his son can.
That's weird. Is that a coding issue or a design choice?
A design choice, I would have to imagine. Because the way this city works is it's a little unique compared to even other arena fighters in that you level up. And when you level up, you have attack slots that you can decide to, I want to have this HP attack happen when I press down and square, or up and square, or this bravery attack when I press right and circle. So as you level up, you learn different HP and bravery attacks. And one of the ones that Tidus can learn is the Ject shot. I forget if I think it's an HP attack. But yeah. Which Final Fantasy games have you played, out of curiosity, if any?
Like officially played?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Final Fantasy 14 and 15.
Oh, 14. Okay, so, so you know, Redford, what I'm doing here is, because the only ones I've played to completion, I've played some of them a little bit and then dropped off, but the only two games in this whole series I've played to completion are 10 and 15. So I decided, since I want to go through the whole series and play all of them anyway, I'm going to stream it.
Oof. That's a big
Yeah.
objective you got there.
Yes. So, I imagine, Redford, I can count on you to help me out when I reach 14.
Nope, you can't because I dropped off after the first 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I realized I was on the free trial, so I'm like, okay, nope, I gotta pay monthly for this, and there's just no way I'm gonna be invested enough to get into all the class and the job skills and then all the fighting skills and then somehow have time for the story. I just couldn't do it.
Let's see. Oh, the Werebuster and Rune Blades have... I have a walkthrough up because... You know NES games, they don't tell you where the fuck to go.
They don't.
And I don't want to spend hours getting lost.
I mean, you better be pretty entertaining if you can spend hours getting lost.
According to the walkthrough, the Werebuster and Runeblade have special abilities. In addition to the increase in attack stats, the Runeblade does extra damage on Spellcaster, and the Werebuster does extra damage on... Can you guess?
Werewolves?
Werebeasts.
Oh, I was close!
Weapons
Dope.
with special abilities are especially useful if you learn to equip on the fly in battle. Okay. Next objective is Mount Durgar. Durgar?
Durgar.
You know, I just find myself reminded of that one clip from Bravely Default, where the voice actress literally just goes, Gurgur.
What? I've never heard of it.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, people watching the stream. I need to send this link to Redford really quickly so he can experience the magic.
I will experience the magic now. Oh, you haven't sent it yet.
No, I'm getting it now.
Oh, well that makes sense. But yeah, no, if you do want help with Final Fantasy XIV, I have a friend who's been like nagging me for years
To
now
get back
me to
into
play,
it?
so he can have someone to play with. But that's I can talk to him about it if you want some additional support.
Yeah. Well, we'll
You
see.
don't know him, though.
We'll see when I get there. It's probably gonna be a while, especially since 11 is also an MMO, so I'll have to get through that first.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I don't think that one has the monthly fee, does it?
I don't know. It was a PS2 game, so even if it did, I would like to hope they dropped it by this point. But yeah, 11 was originally released on PS2, was an MMO. I've heard it's actually really good, which is impressive. Oh, right, I was reading the walkthrough. How the fuck do I get to Mount Durgar?
Digger.
Actually, you know what? I take you just watched the video.
Yes, that was awesome.
Isn't that an amazing line read?
Yes.
Also,
That was beautiful.
You have a go at pronouncing that.
Mount Drager.
Drager?
Yeah, it's got an R in it.
But you're placing the R at the start.
That's how Americans do things.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm being dumb.
Let's see. After you've done, get back on your ship and sail to the port northwest of Cornelia. Travel by foot southwest until you find the Dwarven Cave. Okay. So, sounds like northwest port, travel southwest. Okay. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, I like Durger the best though because it sounds like you're just being kind of dumb, like Durger.
Do you remember Herp Derp?
Herp Derp, like just in general, because Herp Derp, or are you talking about like the My Little Pony Herp Derp?
No, as in the phrase Herp Derp. Like
I haven't heard it in a long time.
Yeah, that's early internet lingo right there.
Oh, man, why is it like too old for people to use, or just so degenerate that we've come up with something better?
By the way, Minecraft came out this decade.
Wait, are you saying like it came out again?
No, it came out this decade.
In the 2000s, right?
Yeah, if you want to be technical, it came out 2009. But it still came out within the span of 10 years from now. Feels like it's been forever, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so you're saying it's technically really old by our standards.
Oh, by your
standards.
it's maybe.
Fair.
The idea is, when you say, this X came out in this decade, the way I said it, you're saying, it feels like forever ago. But it's like 10 years ago, max.
I guess it's not that long, I suppose, compared to other games. But my question is why does it remain so popular?
Mods.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Skyrim's remained popular because of mods, so if that's the case, then sure.
Also because it's completely flexible and you can basically do just whatever the fuck you want in it.
Similar appeal to basically like role-playing.
Yeah, in a sense. And also the fact that it's also good for creative people because they can make art in it. Or just make, like...
And hentai.
Beautiful structures. Like, people have made full-scale recreations of cities. Or... the Starship Enterprise. Or... One guy, without modding the game, just using redstone and a bunch of switches and stuff, made a working computer.
Didn't someone make a working cell phone that could actually call your number?
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's that kind of creativity is incredible if you ask me.
If only I could have some spare of the legendary metal adamantite, I'd be able to make such a magical sword.
How did you know how to read that?
You want to take the next dwarf?
I don't. I'm just a filthy American. Your accent's gonna be much better for dwarves.
You know what am I talking about? I should just do a Scottish accent or an Irish one.
Do a Scottish accent.
The earth has started to rot. It began in the western now. The decay spreads.
I love it. I can't do that.
When it comes to the defense, a good armlet can be every bit as astute as body armor. A good armlet, right? You should try one out sometime.
Wow.
We a crystalline in the blind can see. I hear that the Dark Elf Astos picked the one belonging to Medea.
How do you say this in Japanese?
Have you blivered we or Smythe? In the smithy he is.
Wow.
I'm looking for some Levistone. It's supposed to be an amazing material. It actually floats in the air.
Wow. I mean, just wow.
We crystalline in the... yeah. He just says the same thing somebody else already said. Laddie ho!
Lally-ho.
Yes, lally-ho.
Lally-ho.
Lally-ho, and then he does a little jump.
Well, I'd lally-ho too, but, I can't jump that high.
Lally-ho!
More lally-hos! So, are they saying lally-ho, or they say lally-ho?
That sound! Aye, that's Nerek. He's smushing rocks in the back of the cave.
Oh, so only one guy's doing the work, I get it.
The rest of them are on their lunch breaks, don't you know?
How could I not guess?
I saw stairs earlier, but I think those might have been ones I came in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, look at all these chests.
And no one's gonna question the art of your, like, hey, don't mind if I take one of these.
Ooh, Worm Killer. Great helm. Ooh, Mithril.
So my question is, because I am a filthy pleb when it comes to lore and stuff like that, what's the reason behind the adventure for this this Final Fantasy?
The 4 crystals that control the elements of the world get darkened. Go fix it.
Why did they pick you?
Because prophecy. You just showed up.
Oh.
Literally, the game starts by telling you, oh, there's a prophecy of 4 heroes. And then it makes you pick your characters, and you start outside the castle. And go tell the king, hey, we're here to fix shit.
It's as simple as that, huh?
Yeah. Nitro powder! That explosive force in this powder will hammer canal open in no time flat. Ah! I owe you, kids.
Dope. Oh, look at that little, was that a salute?
Nazi salute. Mm.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He did, it knew it. He was trouble all along.
There we go. Now we can Blighty? I don't even know what he's trying to say there. It's rock to smithereens.
I think he's trying to say blaster, blast it.
What are you standing around for? The powder's set to blow. Unless you plan on going with it, you'd better get out whilst you can.
Oh.
Cue the
so they're gonna cutscene you
cue
out of
the
there,
Metroid
you have to stay there to see what happens?
escape sequence music.
Oof.
And thus the warriors of light perished, and the world was consumed by darkness.
Darkness. Oof. And that's the thing you're trying to get past, huh?
Oh yeah, now I can go more places with the boat.
So let me get this straight. Why can't you just go to the crystals and do anything to them, or you have to travel there first?
I have to travel there first.
And there's like no path for you to get there?
Oh my god, he's dabbing!
Dab on it! Where's the horn that we need with the bow, 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 bow?
I cannot wait to see what lies out there. Ain't that canal?
Can we get an AO to that dab? Bow, 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 bow. Needs more of a yeah boy.
I'm not taking your bait.
I was hoping you would, but then I was like, there's a chance he might because he's dreaming. Bummer, you missed out. Maybe if Marshall was here.
Yeah, definitely. Marshall was here.
Oh, that's funny. This doesn't have the same impact without him here, you know? Good times. The real reason why Marshall quit that one campaign. The yeah boy got to him.
Well, he didn't quit. We kicked him out.
Yeah, with our power of our yeah boy.
You know what?
I
When I finally get around to doing that Sonic retrospective and making that Sonic campaign, I think I'll stream it. I mean,
Oh,
if I'm streaming stuff, I might as well stream that too, you know?
Sure. I'll admit it's a little hard to talk to your audience when you're streaming role playing versus a video game. Just because you're focused on the players and stuff like that, so it's really hard to talk to the audience unless they're like doing like the subscriber donations and their words pop up on your screen.
Yay!
Oh wow, that's a hottie.
Actually, why don't you voice the mermaid?
You aren't going to hurt me? Then maybe I can tell you a little bit about this place. This cavern is known as the Life Spring Grotto. Long ago, men and mermaids who fell in love could live here together in peace.
Yeah. And then she...
Yeah. Oh, and then she keeps doing the same thing.
Don't you just hate that when you rush through text and then you just did it again by accident?
Right. Well, this is only a problem for text-based RPGs.
I don't know about you, Red, but this looks like a boss.
I'm getting that boss vibe.
Fetid water seeps from the statue. Well, if it is a boss, we're not fighting it now. Where am I supposed to go next? Narek is the door's chief engineer. He is attempting to open a channel and the LDC. It is the only way you will be able to reach the town of Melmond in the far west. Narek will not rest until he blows open the canal to the western continent. Assist him by handing... okay, did that. Next chapter of the walkthrough, it looks like we'll be getting to the Crystal of Earth, our first crystal of the 4.
Oh, only the first?
Yes!
Oh boy. These games were known for their length.
Okay. Now the Light Warriors have passed beyond the... here they will encounter the first of the 4 elemental forces, enemies stronger than any they have met up to now. The once beautiful town of Melmond is a source of information, magic, weapons, and a place to recover strength. Melmond. Melmond, a town near the port just west of the canal. Okay! Let me get my map up. Come on. Yeah, okay, I see it. Is this, yeah, okay. Here we are. And you know what a new town means, right?
More people?
New magic!
New magic? How does the town have to do anything to do with magic?
Because you don't get magic by leveling up, you buy it in shops.
Oh. How does that have anything to do with D&D?
Because you have spell slots.
Oh.
Specifically, magic comes in levels. Magic is assigned a certain level, and you have 3 slots of each level. Red mages can use white and black, and the other 2 are obvious.
Oopsie.
Oh, by the way, in the Elf Town, there was a gravestone where if you inspected it, it said, "Here lies Link."
What?
Yes. If you want, I can go and show you. I already showed it off in the last stream.
Ah, you're good. I believe you.
If the Earth Crystal regains its glow, life will return to the Earth. The hills and valleys will again be green. Let's see. Oh, fuck! They got Kiraga.
Is that like some type of cure?
I think you know what Kiraga does.
Never heard of it.
Life, revive. I'll give. Oh! No. Red Mage can't learn life or. Oh! Kiraga is the only spell that. Okay, so, deals damage to. I don't think I'm gonna be using Heal Ra.
Is Kiraga a heal spell, basically?
Yes. Red.
Oh.
If the Earth Crystal regains its glow, yeah, I've already talked to you. Fuck off. Stop by my father's shop, okay?
But why does your father look exactly like your mage?
Scourge instantly kills all foes.
Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds like it has a high chance of missing, so I'm not gonna bother. Probably won't work on bosses either.
Wait, you're telling me you can use Scourge and it won't work?
Okay. Firaga and well, it's the only other black magic spell in here you can learn, so I'll give that to you. But I don't think I equipped any of the stuff I got in the Dwarf's Cave. Okay. Now we go to the weapon shop and then the armor shop.
So, does it matter what armor they wear, depending on their class in this, or does it not take into account any of that crap?
You can only... what you can equip is determined by your class.
So you can't just say, I want to give my wizard a steel plate thing.
Nope, they cannot wear that.
At least they figured that out.
Yep. Restore the crystals to grace.
So the question is, can you have a really dumb party, like a party with only fighters and warriors?
You can have a party of 4 white mages, yes.
Is that really dumb?
White mages are specifically supposed to be healers. They deal low damage and don't have offensive spells. The only offensive spells they have are debuffs and stuff that damages undead. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's dumb.
Okay, so you can't, but they'll let you do it. You'll probably just won't get very far.
People have done it. And
They've
beat
done
the
it.
game.
But how?
We live in a world, Redford, where people have beaten Dark Souls with bananas.
That's true.
As controllers.
I watched that video and I was impressed. Albeit slightly curious how they managed to hook up a banana as a controller, but you know, there's science behind it. It must be something to do with the potassium.
Right. Okay, I think I've bought everything I want to buy here. Do I need to talk to anyone, or is it literally just shopping? Staying in the inn to restore your HP MP, buy spells and supplies. Utilize the magic key. Fully, you won't have much need to purchase weapons, buying and equipping silver armlets. Use your money on powerful black and white magic spells available in Melmond. You may be unable to learn some of the spells until your character class has been upgraded. When you're ready, head southwest to the formidable Cavern of Earth in the western region of this continent. The rot of the land is evident. Much of the area is covered in vast swamps, and the monsters you encounter here can cause various status ailments such as darkness.
Darkness!
Yeah. Okay. Cavern of Earth time, boys!
Yeah!
Let's see. It's 10 o'clock. Well, I started this stream around, I want to say 20 to 7. So we've been going 3 hours, so I say I'll do this dungeon, and that'll be a good place to wrap up.
Yeah, you better not cliffhanger here.
Did I say go southwest to get to the Cavern of Earth?
Something like that.
Please tell me you were paying attention.
Absolutely not. But however, I did manage to get some bones because of RuneScape.
Are you playing RuneScape right now?
I was been playing since I got on stream, yes.
Which version? I hear there's like 3 of them.
The better one, the old one.
So the RuneScape Classic, that's based on the first version.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I know, isn't there another like RuneScape Classic type thing that's based on like is an in between that and the modern one?
Okay, so as far as I know, there is the Classic, which most people play right now.
Yeah.
And then there's like the one before that, which was like the pre-alpha beta, I think that you can kind of access. But I don't think there's a lot of people playing that one. But then there's the new RuneScape called RuneScape 3. That's the other big one, which is the newer MMO World of Warcraft Lite version, which is really contentious for most people.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're a fan of MMOs.
I am, to some extent. I think I prefer my MMO lights more than I like an actual MMO.
Would you know how... well, let me ask you this, in the event that you know it. How well was World of Warcraft Classic received? Like, did that take off?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm sure you heard of the re-releasing of World of Warcraft Classic, right?
Wait, re-releasing?
Yeah, they released it once, then they transitioned to New World of Warcraft, and then just a few months ago, they re-released the Classic version to the public.
Right. Okay.
It was received very well.
Okay.
As a matter of fact. Most people returned to it with nothing but praise to say for the game. I mean, I walked into my local game shop, back when they released it, and all the game shop owners were on their laptops playing Classic while assisting their customers, who maybe have been playing Classic at the same time.
Based on what you know of it, which I imagine you know the surface details, at least.
I'm going to be honest with you. You're probably going to lose me here, since I played for 3 hours on Classic last time I played, and it was only in the starting area. But however, on the newer version, I played for a total of 12 hours.
Yeah. What I was going to ask is, for someone who's new to WoW, do you think Classic would be a good starting point, or should they just stick with the modern WoW?
Let's go to Classic. It was the one that got me addicted to WoW, to World of Warcraft. The new one never captured my attention for some reason. It didn't feel... Something about it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah. So especially for people who like having the context of stuff, going back to Classic is definitely worth it. If for a first-time player.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my first time was with Classic. If I could go back, I would do Classic, but I'm not willing to pay the monthly fee, obviously. So that's why it's not happening.
Oh god, I've heard of this hallway. Okay, so this is...
Are these trash?
No. This is a hallway where every step is guaranteed to give you a random encounter. Every
freaking kidding me?
singular step.
So you literally step once and then encounter. I gotta see this. I'm paying attention now. Oh, you... What?
Yes.
So what? You can accidentally take a step in the wrong direction and be like, all right, okay, now, whoops, that's my bad.
Well, I guess I'm committed to this now.
Oh, gosh, there's no way you're getting out of that. Yeah, no.
Oh.
So, next question is, can you save?
Oh yeah, you can save anywhere. The save points don't exist yet.
Oh, so you have to manually save.
Not in Final Fantasy, anyway. At Dragon Quest, like, you could only save at the King's Castle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What the crap?
Yeah! For some reason, just this one hallway, every step is an encounter.
So you're telling me this hallway, no other hallway, is like this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Or is it every time you enter a crystal hallway?
Nope, just this one.
What were the coders thinking? Who didn't alpha test this? Are you kidding me?
I would imagine it's a weird programming bug in the original, and then they were like, you know what, it's a good grinding spot, let's just keep it in the remake for that.
So what, did they just accidentally set the encounter rate to 99.99%?
It was the NES, that's entirely possible. And you know I'm right!
Well, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm dead.
Wait, you're dead?
Yeah, look, there's my name, and I've got 0 HP.
How are you playing?
Luckily I have the life spell now, so I don't have to go to... So I no longer have to pray to Jesus to revive myself.
That's funny. So my question is, I noticed that your spell missed. How did your spell miss?
Oh, the cure spell?
Yeah.
Because you can't heal someone who's already unconscious.
Oh.
Who's already been KO'd.
This seems really annoying. But yeah, no, I would definitely go to Classic if anything, just to finalize that conversation. Go to Classic if you can. It's a good time. I know there's some that's still a contentious debate, but Classic for the most part has that resounding.
Now, here's an interesting question. Does Classic keep any of the stuff from, obviously other than graphics? Does it keep anything from the modern one? Like, does it give you additional races, or...?
It's Classic. It's Classic restored to its purest form.
So it's literally just Classic, but with modern graphics.
Oh, not even the graphics. The graphics are the same. Oh, back to Classic. Everything's Classic.
Really? I'm surprised they wouldn't have kept the graphical improvements, at least.
No. Because they wanted Classic. They got Classic.
Because, you know, regressing the graphical improvements, that seems a little excessive.
It's not that they regressed. It's not that they regressed the graphics. They just brought back Classic. Classic is technically an older game. And they made a newer game, you know, which is the World of Warcraft.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I guess I was being technical for no reason. But yeah, it does seem counterproductive, but that's what they wanted. That's what the fan base wanted. Graphical regression, everything's back to Classic.
So, on the topic of RuneScape, by the way, I hear there's a sex RP black market.
Yes. That's been a thing since forever.
Have you investigated these rumors at all, personally, or?
Have I investigated them? No. Have I encountered them? Yes. As I did get a RuneScape girlfriend did try to offer her services to me at one point, but she was too expensive.
I've heard there's like a specific server and area that people go to. Is what.
Are you talking about the girlfriend thing, or are you talking about the actual black market sex thing?
The black market sex roleplay, yeah.
I haven't investigated personally, but I've heard about it on YouTube. I'm sure there's plenty of people on YouTube that have done the actual investigating and shown it, but that's not a huge problem in my opinion, compared to the botting problem, which has always been an issue. Let the people be their little furry role-playing thing, just get rid of the bots.
Furry? You can play as beast races in RuneScape?
No, but I'm sure people RP as it.
I doubt it. Well, I don't doubt it, but you know what I mean. It wouldn't be very effective.
Imagination takes us to weird places, Shaden. But you're probably right. I mean, if you want to see some real furry role-playing, go to Space Station... Oh gosh, what is it called? Space Station 69, I think? No, that's not it. That's not what it's called.
Is it a
me a
website
second.
you're talking about?
It's a really old, high learning curve video game role-playing server, where you try to keep the space station from falling apart as long as possible, and you're assigned a role to keep the space station from falling apart, and
Okay.
you do this with a group of people. It often turns into weird stuff. It's Space Station 13.
Yeah.
The person
No, you continue. I was gonna go on.
I was gonna say, I'll send you a video. You ever heard of Seth Scene-Tatch?
Never.
Okay, good guy. Reviews old video games that are really interesting. His first thing he says is, "I highly recommend you play it." Well, he said, no. He said, "I highly recommend this game. 10 out of 10. Don't play it
Yeah.
because the servers can't handle any more people. It's too old of a game." Yeah, and it was made back in the time of boot up. If you catch my drift.
Dial up.
Dial up. That's what it's called. It was made back in the time of dial up, so they haven't advanced the servers since then. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very glad that I was not born in that time.
me and you both. I remember when Windows 7 was a thing, though. Oof.
Can we get some dial-up sounds in chat? You know,
But,
you know what I should do?
Hmm.
I should fucking get like a soundboard and just play AOL dial-up whenever I'm thinking.
You should. Yeah, and you need a you need a horn too. So whenever someone says something super cringy or degenerate,
dabs.
you're like, "Bah, bah, bah."
Oh, and of course, because I love puns, I need to have. But
Yes. Oh, and you no, that's good for now.
No, please go ahead. Let's keep this train rolling.
The gravy train keeps going. Well, I was gonna suggest you just need like a basic horn sound, like ba-doop, ba-doop. So whenever time someone says like an SJW thing that's super snowflakey, you can just give them a little bit of a horn toot, just because they want the attention. They need it. That's something I've seen recently. Or give them the, play the harmonic on them and just start going at it. Those are two of my favorites. They're very simple. So my question is, can you get a weapon that does 999 damage?
At level 99, maybe.
Can you go beyond that?
No.
So is there like any replayability to this game?
Probably not.
I mean, you could probably do it with a different party, right?
Well, yeah. But that's it. That's all that really changes. Once you
No dialogue change?
Once you clear out the bestiary and fight all the super bosses and stuff like that, I mean, you've experienced the game. And that's not to say
Really?
you'll never go back to it if you enjoyed yourself, but there's no specific reason you would want to replay it.
So you don't get any reward for like full completion or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
So nothing like, for instance, you get 100% completion. You don't get like a trophy, or your character gets this cool weapon or cosmetic.
This game was on the NES, right?
So no developer room access, like the cheat room?
So, fun story about Fallout 76.
Oh, you heard about it?
Hackers were able to release code that anyone can download and use. Just anyone. Right?
Ah, you did hear about it then.
And someone used it to just flat out spawn the Pridwin from Fallout 4 into 76. Which, the Pridwin is basically a full-sized building.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But did you hear what else they've done with it?
Oh, which, before we get into this, that Pridwin thing, at the time I heard of that, it had been, I think, 5-7 days, a full week, basically, and it had not been patched out.
It still hasn't.
It still hasn't been patched out?
No, it's
How?
gotten worse, man. Well, it's because the developers are trying to. I don't know what they're doing, but they've used they're using this code now to now wipe people's inventory and steal it.
Oh.
And so you can. So they're encouraging PC players to not log on and go play on console because PC, anyone can steal your inventory regardless of what you're doing. They can literally make you naked, take all your hard-earned stuff, and it's gone.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
No patches, no response. They're not even saying they're working on it. I'm pretty sure they're too confused to figure out how to fix it.
Well, they are using the same engine they used when they made, I think it's Morrowind?
Yes,
Which
it's still
is-
the same engine.
Which, how old is that game at this stage?
Oh my gosh. It's like, I think, two decades, maybe more.
So, yeah, they're still using an engine that's 2 decades old. Maybe more. But they're like, well, you know, we're familiar with it, so we see no need to change, you know?
But I really hate that argument that they're using because if they're so familiar with it, why are the games all so frickin' buggy?
Because
it
it's a
takes their fans
2-year,
to fix
it's
it.
an engine that's 2 decades old. Even if you're familiar with it, there's only so much it can do with the modern hardware.
Oh, you're right on that, but still, I just hate
It's
that.
like, have you ever seen all the hassle it takes to get a DOS game working on modern hardware?
I've never seen it, but I imagine it's frustratingly difficult.
Or even just an old PC game to work on modern hardware? This is basically them doing the reverse. They're using old software to make a game for modern hardware.
That's ridiculous.
And it's like, oh, you know, it just works.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, that it just works. No, it doesn't. Stop saying that.
It doesn't. It does. In fact, did you see the new emote on Evan's server?
No. What is it?
Oh, let me get the image up for you. Let's see.
Okay, I was wrong. It's not 2 decades. It came out in 2002, so it's almost 2 decades. We're like 3 years away from that. Now it's gonna be like 2, so it's 18-year-old frickin' software.
Let's see. Where is the one we're using? Here it is. No, it's not. It's probably just this then. Yeah. We might be using a slightly different one. But here's the image.
Please tell me it has something to do with it. Yes. Oh, that's perfect. It just works.
Someone also made a song called "It Just Works."
I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful. In fact, you know what? When we end this stream, I'm gonna sit you down and I'm gonna watch it with you.
Oh boy, thanks.
Cockatree. What the fuck are cockatrices doing in a cave?
That's a great question. How are they even flying in the first place?
Well, I mean, the ceilings probably aren't that low, but you know, it's probably not the ideal environment.
I guess so.
But yeah, man.
That's still crazy though. I mean the Fallout 76 is the easily. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna correct myself. I was gonna say Fallout 76 is the buggiest game Bethesda released, and then I'm gonna say no, that's not true. Fallout 76 is us realizing that they have made buggy games since Skyrim. We could even go back to Morrowind if we really wanted to.
Well, at least with Skyrim, the bugs were fun.
And we fixed them. There's the catch.
But I just want to remind, with this information in mind, I just want to remind you of one very important thing. There is an upcoming expansion to Fallout 76 that adds actual human NPCs.
We're not excited for this.
And given all of the fuck-ups that have happened up until this point, it will be a miracle if that doesn't break something.
Oh, and when it does break something, we'll be watching and laughing.
You know what the best part of the best part about Fallout 76 is? Because it is the buggiest game. You want to know why? Because they've been fucking up with it even before it released.
Yes, this is true. I mean, if you really think about it, the only reason why this game has like no saving grace is because since they made it online, the fans can't fix it. And the ones that do mess with the code usually are just hackers anyways at this rate. And the ones that do want to fix it, well, Bethesda keeps banning them. Have you noticed that? Like, someone
also,
made a map pack.
the private servers that aren't actually private.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that was beautiful. $100 for private servers. Oh, and unlimited inventory space for all your junk, your literal junk.
Oh, except that storage space will also delete those items.
Yep, so it's not even, you can't even get it.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Sorry. But, it just works.
No, right? Oh, and let's not forget that their newest patch broke armor, so every time you repair your armor's ability to defend you goes to
No, that's not what
rapidly.
happened. What happened was, well, that might have happened as well, I don't know. But there was a bug wherein every time you reloaded your gun, your armor value went down.
That's what it was. Thanks for correcting me.
And I don't even know why those two variables are connected in the code, but apparently they are.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. When you reload, you're just like, oh, I just checked my armor. Oh, well, that makes sense to me.
All things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and so the earth shall rot.
Is this a legitimate vampire, or is this... Oh, it is a vampire, so it's not just a bat.
You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying.
At least that's better one-liner than you can't kill what can't be killed. Or my favorite is, we were alive until we weren't. Lines like those make me think the writing team needs some new writers.
Well, to be fair, in those instances, it's probably more the translation team than the actual writers.
Well, it would be easy to argue that if they weren't from America from the first place.
Americans can be bad translators.
Translating English to English? Are you serious right now?
Sorry, I thought we were talking about people die when they are killed. What was the quote again, and what was it from?
Oh, okay, it's from Destiny, so it's from Bungie, an American
Oh,
company.
yeah, that. I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. That's the quote you were going with?
Oh, no, I'm talking about the quote of, they were alive until they weren't.
Oh. Oh, I thought it also might have been the one about space wizards that I don't actually remember the quote specifically.
Right, but no, I was talking about like just bad writing, and that's an example of just bad writing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, who approved that and said, yeah, that may seem a little redundant, but seems good to me.
But yeah, when it comes to Fallout 76, you know what stumps me? You know what stumps me the most?
Go on.
Elder Scrolls Online. Right?
It worked.
That was a shit show at
fairly
launch
easily.
too, but they managed to fix it. And you think
Yes.
they would have learned lessons from that they would have been able to apply to Fallout 76. But seemingly, they forgot everything they learned from that game, even though it's still going.
It's weird when you think about it, but if you also think about it, it could have been a different department within the company, so they just don't talk to each other at that point. They're really incompetent.
You'd think they would exchange notes at least.
You think they would, but we've seen this from other studios. Let's take BioWare, the new BioWare, the one that made Anthem. They had two studios, one in Montreal and one in America somewhere, working on Anthem simultaneously. And the one in Montreal was very familiar with how to make more online elements, but the one in America wasn't. But they were like, or I'm getting it mixed up. But they never talked to each other, so when the game flopped because its MMO components felt weird, you look at other examples of online components they had, you're just like, okay, where was the disconnect?
Okay, so
could have been similar.
random tangent. Halo has a good story?
Are you talking about the Halo, or are you talking about Bungie in general?
Halo, the game.
I'd say yeah, it has a good story. I liked it, except
I guess the reason that the thought never occurred to me that it might is because Halo kind of was big in the era of FPS games that were just shooty McBang bang, very little story, if any. So, I guess maybe that could be another series I do one day after I've played 50 bazillion hours to get through 14 story.
Oh shoot, man, you want to play Halo and you want some co-op, they just released the Master Chief collections for PC with everything on it, so this is a great time to get into it after you play a bazillion hours of Final Fantasy.
A stone slab is setting to the floor. An evil force seems to emanate from within. Yeah, that's all you're gonna give me? Okay.
So what, you can't just, break it?
So, what do I do now? Did all I have to do is fight the vampire? Am I done here?
To the walkthrough!
Only accessible by... Let's see. Oh. What? Okay. Oh, okay. That's why. I must have right-clicked it. Yeah. Okay. Cavern of Earth. Though defeating will earn you the Star Ruby, which you'll need to take to Titan's Cave before going any further into the cavern. Okay. so I need to leave. If you explore the
What?
region behind the vampire's chamber, you will discover a new immovable stone plate. You won't be able to access the floor below, so head out to the Cavern of Earth for now. Okay, so I'll need to come back with an item later to get that slab out of the way. Let's
Nifty.
see. Right. Terra Cave. Ooh, Terra Cave. Well, you know what? This is the Earth Crystal chapter of the walkthrough. We're past halfway through it. I said we'd get the Earth Crystal before I end the stream, and I'm gonna fucking do it, damn it. Okay, so...
Do you have to go through the hallway again?
No, I can completely bypass that hallway.
Oh, thank goodness.
That hallway doesn't actually lead to anything I can't access through a different hallway.
Okay. Whew, I was like, do you have to go back now?
The next destination is Titan's Cave, so I'll leave and go west, according to the walkthrough. So remember that, Reg, so that if I forget, you can tell me to go west.
I wasn't paying attention again. What did you want me to remember?
That someone had to model the balls on the dogs in that one scene in Hulk.
They did?
Those dogs had balls that attack. Those dogs that attacked the Hulk, they had balls. You can see them.
Oh, I never was paying attention to that.
Yeah. I don't know why they have balls, but
I mean, dogs have balls. It makes sense.
not domesticated ones.
Well, you can have domesticated ones with balls.
Can?
It just means they'll go
But
off breeding
do
a whole
you?
bunch. I don't, but my family has had one. Look, I just don't want to deal with a dog with balls because they generally want to go and have sex with everything.
Well, you know, it's just a shame that you can't fix the bitches.
What do you mean? You can totally fix a female.
Can you actually? Joking,
but
joking.
my dog right now, she's fixed.
How does that work?
It's, I guess, a little bit more under the knife oriented, but you scoop out the, like, give her, it's called spading, I think. You give her a good spading, go and scoop out all the eggs and stuff, and takes up their want to get impregnated a bit. But yeah, she calmed the frick down when she got that removed. Most dogs generally do. It's like all their hormones for wanting to breed just like instantly go away when you take it out.
Well, I mean, you would probably not want to masturbate anymore if there was a gaping hole where your dick was.
You're probably right. It'd probably be a little difficult. I mean, hey, I think Rick and Morty makes a good point. If dogs were, you know, the masters of humanity instead of the reverse, they would totally neuter us all. Just saying. No, you don't think so?
No, I don't know. I mean, if Elon Musk has his way, we might find out one day.
That's fair, and if Elon Musk has his way, we're gonna get Catgirl.
By the way, you know Benedict Cumberbatch?
Benedict Cumberbatch. I feel like I should know this person.
Actor. Plays Sherlock in the BBC Sherlock, among other things.
Yes, I got you now.
And
Go
is
on.
also Doctor Strange in the MCU.
Thank you, I remember now.
Go to Google Images. I want you to open up Google Images right now.
Okay, I'm proceeding to Google Images. I'm using a search engine within a search engine.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, I'm here.
Now type in eggs. Benedict
Eggs.
Cumberbatch.
Oh, it already popped up. Eggs Benedict, what was the last part?
Cumberbatch.
Oh, I just got Eggs Benedict. Let me do Cumberbatch, see if that pops up anything. Oh, there it is!
There you go.
Yum.
Isn't the internet
that-
beautiful?
It's not the worst, but it's definitely there.
While you're there, by the way, type in star-faced mole.
Okay, star-faced mole. Alright, and?
What do you see?
It's a mole with a star on its face.
I believe that's the one I'm thinking of.
I mean, it looks creepy, but sure. It's its nose.
Yeah. I just wanted to gross you out on that one, that's all.
I mean, I think it's a really cool and fascinating creature that its nose has to be shaped like that, so it's better at digging in the ground. Sniffing for its prey.
Let's
I
see.
mean,
Well,
I think it grossed me out back in the past, but not anymore.
oh, you've already seen it. Oh, okay, that explains it.
I mean, I could see why people are kind of scared of it, but it's just a nose.
Let's see. On the topic of animals, have you heard of the Brazilian wandering spider?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Do you want to know what its venom does?
By all means.
It gives you a painfully throbbing erection.
Oh! Why?
Because Australia. Wait, hold on. Is Brazil in Australia, or is Brazil its own... No, Brazil is its own country.
Yes, Brazil is its own country.
But it's probably close to Australia, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's blame Australia for this one.
It's South of America, bro. Ah!
I mean... You know what else is south of America?
The Outback! Ah!
Ah!
But these things are pretty freaky, man.
What,
I'm just
earth
looking it up on
elementals?
Google right now.
Oh.
Oh no, the wandering Brazilian spider.
Oh man.
They got like red tusks, fangs.
Evan is fucking stoned.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because it says in my menu.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. You're stoned because he's stoned. Ha ha ha. That's funny.
Glad to see you can keep up, Red.
I'm pretty slow.
Don't worry, my mother's slow too. I'm used to it.
I'm also my slowness increases the more screens I'm looking at. Currently, I'm looking at 3: my phone, your monitor, and the monitor with RuneScape. Did you just fast forward?
Yeah, why?
That was dope.
I am using an emulator.
Wow, that was pretty cool though. I was like, oh my gosh, he just pulled a Dio.
No, Dio does the opposite.
Unless it's Dio the world. Dio.
No, he does the opposite. He slows everything down.
Bummer. Oh well. So my question is, are you participating in Marshall's campaign with the fairy tale one?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Did you just not have time for it?
No, I wasn't interested.
You never seen fairy tale?
That and I don't think I'd enjoy Marshall as a DM.
That's fair. I was just curious. So, explain to me what you're doing right now. It just seems like you're wandering through the cavern
I'm lost.
aimlessly. Oh, you're lost.
Yes.
I mean, wow, imagine doing this without an emulator.
Imagine going through that hallway with the emulator.
Oof. Oof.
Also, triangle. By the way, I have my DualShock plugged in. Triangle is not the menu button.
Well, triangle's not a menu button. It normally isn't.
But in Final Fantasy games, and I think JRPGs in general, it is.
Really?
Yeah. But in this
okay,
one,
maybe I haven't played.
it's square.
Why is it not start? Like, why are I mean, look, I haven't played enough JRPGs to know that, but most games I've played, the start button's still the start button.
Also, Red, I think you mean the options button.
Oh, right. The options button. Mm-hmm.
Rip, start, and select.
Rip, start, and select. Yeah, I think those went away with what? The NES?
No, I'm talking about DualShock start and select.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
see, this shows you how much I know about DualShocks.
Yeah, because PS4 controller instead has the options and share buttons.
Ah, okay. See, Xbox is different because they're newer ones. They just have thing that looks like a square and then thing that looks like lines stacked on top of each other.
Okay, we're out. I had to go west, I think. Yeah, okay.
Oh, look, you completed the dungeon! Haha, yay! No, it's the if only. So, does the fast forwarding affect your gameplay at all besides speed, or just the speed?
It just makes things go fast.
So, could you theoretically fast forward through the entire game?
No.
It just makes things go faster.
Yes.
So how are you commanding it to, like, do attacking while fast forwarding?
I'm holding the X button because cursor memory.
Oh.
Titan's Cave. That's this is called Giant's Cave, but that's probably just a name change for the remake.
Well, you're definitely... Giants are Titans.
Okay. Well, that's a big boy.
Oh, boy. Big boy.
You have
What?
Star Ruby? Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass.
That's a butt. Nice.
Crunch munch. Nothing tastier than rubies.
Huh. Good thing you could just speed through it moving out. Developers make it slow and painfully, like, hear that!
You know what's the worst thing? When you have to follow an NPC, and they move slower than your running speed, but faster than your walking speed.
Oh, that's the worst, because then you can keep up with them, but then you pass them. But then you slow down, then they pass you.
Yes. Why can't... Is it really that hard to make their walking speed the same as mine?
Or if you choose to run, it switches to their running speed? Like, what's so hard about that?
So many games do it, too! Why?
The Witcher... Seriously, yeah, it's a good example. Like, Witcher, The Witcher does, if you walk, they walk with you. If you run, they run with you. It's amazing. That's a good example, but there's plenty of bad ones out there.
Well, at least in GTA, it gives me more time to punch hookers.
Right? Which GTA? Like, just all of them?
In any GTA in which you can punch hookers.
Yeah, I think that's about all of them.
It might not include the first two, because they're real different.
That's fair, I suppose.
I mean, well, to be fair, in the first one, you wouldn't even really be able to tell if it's a hooker. The first two. Because, you know, top-down...
Yeah, it was top-down, wasn't it?
And I think, was it on the GBA or the PlayStation 1? I think it was GBA.
GBA.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here in the first place, in this cave?
I have to get something from here, I think.
You have to fetch a thing that will allow you to make the stone pedestal go away?
Well, apparently I have to get something from here, and then I have to go to the Sage's cave as well. And then I get to go back to the Earth Shrine.
I see. So basically, all the caves are Earth-themed. This gives me ideas for a roleplay. Make everything Earth-oriented.
Then everything changed when the Earth Nation attacked.
Now that'd be kind of funny, Toph leading the armies. Destroying everything.
If Toph and Zuko swapped places.
Oof. Now that'd be interesting.
Where's that alternate universe?
Yeah, until they screwed up everything with Legend of Korra. Oof.
I recall, I watched a few episodes of the first season and it didn't seem that bad. I assume it went downhill in later seasons?
It sure did!
Uh.
They broke all the rules of the Avatars. Like, you know, all the lore that was previously established, they started, like, breaking some of those rules, a lot of them, and it's just like, really? Why? It's the same problem I'm having with Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear what they did with Force Ghosts?
What did they do with Force Ghosts?
Okay, so Rey, the Mary Sue, who still is a Mary Sue, says, I don't want to be a Jedi anymore. It's too hard.
Okay.
And goes to...
You know, being a Jedi does kind of suck, so, you know, you can't blame her for that one.
Right. Even though she's been completely okay up to this point, and far more powerful without training than anyone else that we know with training. Well, without training. Anyways, before I go into that rant, she goes to throw her lightsaber into a fire and say, I'm done. And then Luke Skywalker Force catches it as a Force Ghost.
Yeah, okay.
He's holding a physical object as a Force Ghost and using the Force as a Force Ghost and then hands it to her physically.
I assume nothing like that ever happened in, like, the extended canon?
No!
Okay.
Never was a thing.
So there was never a precedent for Force Ghosts interacting?
Force Ghosts were, in the extended canon, a state of being that only Jedis who had mastered the art of peace and the Jedi art so perfectly that when they passed on, they didn't just die, they transcended and became one with the Force. Therefore, being able to manifest their will to some small extent to influence the world around them to help balance the Force from time to time, especially to those who they were close to. That was the intended purpose of the Force, is more like a guide, if that makes sense.
So you are the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? But he was only a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal looks far deeper within the cave. Here, take this staff with you, and use it behind the vampire's chamber. You got the earth rod.
You got the earth. That still kills me every time.
It's not that funny.
I think it's hilarious. It's just like, you got the earth rod.
But you were saying?
Yeah, no, it's just, they're more of a guiding spirit. I mean, I'm sure you saw 4, 5, and 6 and how Obi-Wan and eventually Yoda would just occasionally pop up and say, Luke, don't do this, or Luke, try this, and then they'd go away.
I vaguely remember them. I watched them like once.
Yeah, they're really not an impactful force on the universe, but they're there and it's notable. And it's also notable that only Jedi could do it. for the most part. So, anyways, the fact is that if the Force Ghost now can use Force Lightning in the new canon, can now wield lightsabers and use the Force, and impact the physical world without incurring any harm to themselves. So they become, essentially the Ghost Army from Lord of the Rings, who could kill everything and were invulnerable. But then,
I could accept physically interacting with like objects and stuff because that's basically just like upgrading them from Ghost to Poltergeist. But letting them still use like Force powers and stuff, like at that point, why are they even dead?
Exactly. Like, why are they even dead? And why don't they just go kill the last boss? Because they would be way better than Rey, because she's still mortal.
Actually, you know what? How about we just give the lightsaber to Flynn, Because I don't know if he's sensitive in the Force or whatever, but he used that thing a little bit in the first one, and he wasn't bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
You train that boy right.
I'm just saying, you have a valid point here. I would have thought that would have been because he actually had training, unlike Rey. Cough.
You know what? I can appreciate Ben Swallow, but you know what? I think he should have died in the first one. Keep in mind, I've only seen the first one of the new trilogy.
Be grateful you haven't seen any of the others.
Yeah. It didn't seem that bad, the first one, but I assume the two after that were worse.
Ugh.
Oh, so it went downhill quick then.
Oh, it didn't just go down quick. It I don't know how to explain how it committed suicide so badly that it made its ancestors commit suicide, and they were already dead.
Well, to be fair, didn't the second two have different writers or something like that?
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, the second one in the trilogy was written by Rian Johnson, and the third one was supposed to be written by another guy, but the producer and lead producer of Star Wars.
Hold up! All three of them had different writers?
Supposed to.
How does anyone think that's a good idea?
They thought it was amazing. Oh, and guess what? There was no story planned beforehand. They said, you do what you want for each movie. You don't have to follow the old previous one.
Even Doctor fucking Who has a planned out arc.
Mm-hmm. No planned arcs.
Like, they have a head writer for a reason.
Yeah, that didn't happen. The head writer was the new writer.
The only writer.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing Disney wanted was give us a strong female strong female Jedi character, give us a black guy, and give us a white guy we can make fun of. And anything else is okay.
But yeah, what I was saying was, they should have at the end of the first episode. The fuck remembering the number. I think it's like 7 or something?
7.
Yeah.
You're right.
Kylo should have died at the start of 8. And you know what? Rey should have started a dark descent into Sith Lord, because she's that good and she starts getting arrogant and cocky and blah blah blah. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Finn starts worrying about her, and then episode 8 is Finn starting to get worried about Rey. But they've got a mission to complete. They kill the big dark bad Emperor guy, and she's like, I'm in charge now.
Oof.
And then you have a story arc of this stormtrooper who now has to take up a lightsaber, and he doesn't even think he's force sensitive. You could either say he is force sensitive, and he just never, he was just weak in the Force, or he was a late bloomer, or whatever. Or you could just say, fuck it. Give this boy a lightsaber. Even without the Force, he knows how to use one somehow. And, like, have him use gadgets to supplement his lack of Force stuff.
Oh, now there'd be an idea to get behind. I think that would be cool. It would have been way better than what they ended up writing. Did you know they brought Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine back?
Yes.
From the literal frickin' grave.
Yeah. I heard about that. And you know what? I'd say, yeah, focus on Finn, because he was the most interesting character.
Yeah, he was. And then they dropped him like a hot rock in the second movie.
Yeah. And you know what? In this rewrite where we're focusing on Finn, let's focus on some of the stuff from his Stormtrooper life. Have some of the antagonists in 7 and 8 be his old squad mates. Who...
Yes, that would be so freaking cool.
You know that one Stormtrooper who just rocks up and pulls this fucking anti-lightsaber baton out of nowhere? Make him an actual fucking character.
Right. And also make him a bit smarter and just pull a blaster on him next time, but that's just me.
It's just the Indiana Jones scene, but with a lightsaber and a blaster instead.
Right?
Do you know the story behind that scene, by the way?
Oh yeah, how the actor, forget his name all the time.
Harrison Ford.
He had a high fever that day, and they'd been shooting.
He had diarrhea, I thought it was.
I think he was sick. That's what we do know. So he was sick, and if I remember right, he was so tired and fed up with it that the director's like, "You're gonna pull out your whip, you're gonna do all these crazy things," and he just goes bang, and then the guy has like a literal heart attack because he thought he got shot, and they said roll with it.
Yeah.
If I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. It was something along those lines. I think it was more a case of, Harrison suggested doing something, and they were like, you know what, that's funny, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, I always thought it was improv, but yeah, he could have suggested something. That sounds like Harrison.
Yeah. But yeah. And then in episode 9, Finn will convince his old squad mates, look, you come help me and the old Solo, and we gonna go on one last mission together as a team. And he's like, with his new knowledge of what the world is like past Empire propaganda, he's now guiding them through the journey he had to go through of learning what the world is actually like. You know, that could be fun. You know,
that's some pretty good canon. And hey, it wouldn't break the canon too hard.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, it's a lot better than what they came up with. Why did you go work for Disney and tell them to go shut the F up and listen to you?
Because I'm not PC enough, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Disney used to be such a family-oriented company. Walt Disney would be rolling in his frickin' grave. I keep telling myself that.
Need I remind you need I point you towards the movie that Disney wishes you would forget?
Oh, which one? I'm sure there's several.
Song of the South.
I've never heard of that one.
It's about a black guy who is, I believe he's someone's slave. Well, I don't think it's about him, but that's one of the characters in it. I don't actually know what it's about. All I know is it's a little, racist.
Well, I mean, it's got slavery in it, so of course.
And of course, there's also Dumbo.
I don't see why Dumbo's a bad one. I actually enjoyed Dumbo as a kid. I mean, I get why they say it's racist now, but I mean, that's because PC culture is super, super sensitive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can see the argument for the crows, but you know, that's like a thing of maybe that's racist by today's standards, but it already exists, so let's just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Is my opinion on the matter.
See, it's the PC culture that's ruining everything because you either allow everything or you don't allow anything. That's what I say.
Fucking bats.
Aren't they vampires?
No, just that one dude. These are just regular bats.
Can you fight them?
No. They're just there.
You can't. They're just there.
Yeah.
Well, good to know.
I might be lost again.
I think you might be lost. I can already tell you've been there.
Okay. Oh fuck, no, that's not the room. Tommy Wiseau made another movie.
Oh, wait, who?
Tommy Wiseau, the guy from The Room.
Oh, well, I didn't even know. Is it just as good as The Room?
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing that because The Room was absolutely amazing in every way.
Oh, don't I know it.
Okay. Oh, is this it?
Basement 2, basement 3. Oh, fuck. Okay, I think I gotta go to that door up in that corner, so let's just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So... I should probably...
Well, you're definitely getting a level up. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna go towards that corner.
Wait.
Somehow. Gotta love the ability to fast forward time.
Yeah, especially in games where NPCs can completely block your path.
Ha good times. No, close. Okay, I think we're getting close to it.
Ah, yes.
Wait, is this it?
Yes. Because I recognize that room. That's where we fought the vampire.
Oh, snap! You got it! Please tell me this is it. Is this it? Is this real life?
Is this a fantasy? And that's all I know.
Meh. I can't. I couldn't even start it if I tried.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's it. The Muppets did a version of that.
That's awesome if they did.
Man, is it me or are the Muppets been just like everywhere for some reason lately?
It's Kermit, man. Kermit's a living freaking meme at this rate.
I mean, Kermit is kind of dead.
Really?
Yeah, the guy who played Kermit is dead now.
Oh, okay, you meant literally. Gotcha, yeah, no, that makes sense.
So, obviously, I don't know, they might discontinue the character. I know the Muppet guys probably would want to. But Disney might intervene because they own Muppets.
Disney has no problem with parading the dead corpse of their most famous actors, especially in the case of Leia, who's been dead. She was in the entire Episode 9 movie, practically, as a CGI woman.
That's going to be an interesting topic of debate in years going forward, like when it's okay to use CGI of old actors and when it won't be. Because I feel like there would be certain instances where it's okay, it's just where's the right place to draw the line?
I mean, I guess it goes back to my argument of you either allow it all or you don't allow it, period.
I would disagree with that, because it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Alright,
That's
where would you draw the line?
That's what I'm saying. It's a difficult, it's a complicated issue, I would say.
Why
and
is it
it's
so
going to take
complicated?
a lot of discussion. Well, because there's various aspects to it. First of all, is there such a thing as too recent? Using an actor who died too recently, or do you have to wait for them to be gone for X number of years before you can use it? Obviously, you'd want to contact the family, but what if they have no known living relatives? Should it only be used for cameos, or should it, stuff like that?
Ooh, Earth stuff.
Who speaks to me?
Oh, that's not good.
I am he who feeds on the power of Earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of Earth.
Oh, snap! Roll for initiative. That's a good roll.
Oh, fiend gets his own fiends get their own boss music, I guess.
Oh man,
see.
just when it was getting good. Nice. So, like, are you gonna hit it with your best stuff?
Yeah, probably. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Well, he's a Lich, so he's probably weak to this deals damage to all undead foes attack.
Probably.
Yeah, sure. I'll try casting Silence on him, see if that works. But I'm not expecting anything.
Oh! Nice.
Yeah, that's Firaga.
That looked really epic. Huh. How'd that miss?
Yeah, I think in this game, if it doesn't hit the first time, I shouldn't even bother try. Oh, that's bad.
Oof. Oof.
You should probably heal yourself.
Have you tried the one that deals damage to all undead?
Yeah, yes, I think I have. Oh no, I haven't yet, because I need the healer to heal.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, that was close.
I need to be careful though, because in this game, when you revive someone in combat, they only come back with 1 HP.
Oh yeah, he could just knock you down again, theoretically.
Which, I'm glad that RPGs decided they should probably fix that in later generations.
That's fair.
Do I have any high potions? No, just regular potions? Okay.
Well, I guess we'll have to do.
You know what, yeah, just to be safe. Ooh.
Is there any... are you just trying to do the most amount of damage? Is that the method of your attack currently?
That is always my method of attack. I'm not much of a buff guy.
You don't like set up a whole bunch of buffs and get it ready to go and boom, big attack?
Nope. I mean, I can use them when I need to get serious, but I usually don't. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, okay, he just hit the fighter.
Well, at least it wasn't the... Whoa, wow. Is there any way to cure sleep, or do you just have to wait that one out?
Oh man, I only had 1 ether? Oh, that could be bad.
So I'm assuming that currently you don't have the ability to do so.
let's see. Vault. Wait, no, not vaults. Okay, I'll just use an item then. Do I have anything specifically that wakes? No.
Oof. It worked! Jeez, how many of these can he take?
Oh, fuck.
What, can he go twice now?
He used haste, yeah.
Oh, well that's fun.
Why did I... Oh, I think he's dead.
Oh, he's dead?
Yep, he's dead.
Nah, this is just him he's transforming, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
This is only one of the bosses, regular bosses. This isn't final boss. Only has one form. Oh, this is old school. Only a final boss has the privilege of multiple forms.
Well, this isn't even my fight ever. So now what? Do the monsters go away?
The earth gets revitalized. And that lich statue disappears because the lich is dead, I guess.
And it reveals a new place.
Yes. This is the altar of earth, from which the power of earth flows forth.
So wait, the monsters gonna go away though?
I would not imagine so. I guess we're about to find out.
That'd be kind of nice if you could just walk out of here and all the monsters are gone.
I'm not getting any random encounters, so maybe they are gone.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh no, there they are. They were just they were just on their coffee break.
No, yeah, they're definitely on a coffee break. It's boom, boom, right one after the other.
No, I should probably just use a cottage. Oh, it can't be. It can only be used outdoors. Okay.
Oh.
Fuck
So you don't got no teleport spells or anything like that?
No,
Just
cottage.
to get out of it?
Cottage is a healing item. It heals HP and MP. You have 3 tiers. You have sleeping bag, tent, and then cottage.
So my question is can you even like teleport out of here?
There was a teleport spell, but I don't think I bought it.
Oh. I guess you like the XP grind?
Oh, here's the stairs.
Now I just have to find the other one. I don't know about you. Does this song get stuck in your head at all?
Well, that's video game music for you. At least good video game music.
I don't know if I consider this good. I'm just gonna say it's so repetitious that it's stuck now.
Well, then it's like a Justin Bieber song.
Right.
That's still relevant in 2019, right?
I guess so. I mean, I know he tries to be relevant, but try is the key word here. So, was that the hardest boss you fought in so far, or has there been harder? Really, that's the hardest boss you fought in so far?
Yep.
I mean, it seems like you handled him really fast, though. Oh, snap!
I wouldn't turn down some more grinding between this stream and the next one. But I think I'll let the next stream come and go before I do that. See how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the Fiends are supposed to be the hardest bosses in the game.
Are they the only I imagine there's one more boss after you get the final crystal, right?
Well, yeah, there's the final boss. There's the 4 Fiends and then the final boss.
Was it the final boss that orchestrated all this, or it's just the next big threat that pops up?
I don't know. This is a blind playthrough.
Huh. Well, I mean, you played some Final Fantasy. Isn't that the general theme? Is like, oh, there's big 4 bosses, and then a new threat approaches that orchestrated it all?
Well, I mean, yeah, that happens in some of them.
Some of them. Gotcha. But,
I mean,
so
Kefka kind of just was a grunt that decided, fuck that, I'm just gonna blow shit up.
That's funny.
I mean, if I've heard correctly, at least.
Well, of course you'll... Whew! I assume you'll end up doing a playthrough of it.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Where was the town? Okay.
So, do they give you quests in this one, or just the quest
Side
is to find the
quests, you
crystal?
mean?
Like, main quests and side quests?
Well, you've seen what the main quest is like. It's basically just this.
But there's no other main quests.
There are no side quests, no. This is it. You try to figure out where to go next, you go there, you do a thing, and then you go another place.
Gotcha.
If you're lucky, an NPC will give you a hint on where to go, but, you know, not always.
Well, at least, wow. At least, you got it figured out. At least this first part, you're only probably a little under 1/4 of the way done, huh?
I like how the crystals you've restored take up a whole section on your menu.
Yeah!
I mean, that feels kind of unnecessary, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't hate it.
Well, I mean, how else are they gonna tell you? They need a bigger section, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, that should be it for this stream. Redford, do you have anything you'd want to plug before I shut off the stream?
Yeah, you're a good streamer, man. Keep up the good work.
Other than my channel, obviously.
Well, I don't know. You're a guy, he knows what he's doing.
Okay. You don't want to plug your channel, then?
I'm a dead channel.
Okay.
That's not for me to say anymore.
Alright, well, I guess we'll end it here. I'll be aiming to stream again next week. Maybe a little early this week, but next week all the same. Well, bye.